all of mine right here, and then I put them in the wrong stack, so I'm separating them real quick.
I mean,
Nah,
I can go first. I'm
all
gonna
right,
just
all
start
right.
off with my number five. My number five is Exquisite Corpses, issue number 9 by Image Comics.
Yeah,
Oh,
That
my
is
bad.
my number
Hold on.
five.
Real quick. Let me do all my political intro stuff.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good.
Mm.
My bad. I ain't did this in a little bit, but never know.
Do your
What's going on,
thing,
man?
brother.
This
Do
is
your
for
thing.
Arri STARKS, man. We are here with the comic pull up a month. This is our monthly, what I'm saying, pull up. We talking about top five comics of January. We got Super Nerd 730 over here, Christian Comics, and Kyle, aka the Enlightened One. A lot of esteemed gentlemen I've met throughout the TikTok community, of amazing community. I may say that I've been welcomed into. And I want to tell you guys thank you for bringing me into the tribe, and what I'm saying, and supporting me as and I support what you guys do. You guys been doing, like I said, I brought you guys on because I love you guys' intellect. I love how passionate you guys are about comics, and what I'm saying, you guys match the energy that I want to portray to the people. So let's get it in. What I'm saying, let's chat these comics, and that's it. Super. Let's start with you, man. Let's go on with number five.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate all those words. But at the number five spot, Exquisite Corpses, issue number 9 by Image Comics.
Already,
that's a good one.
already. I already know Image about to be cooking that today. I already know.
Mm-hmm. I love this issue, man. Everything about it, man. I know none of the killers were sent to the gulag, but it was really good, man.
I
I
like
was
the way
happy
you
to
put
see
that.
my guy come back. Like I thought Pretty Boy went like super crash out and we was like he was done, but nah, he came through, took Sun Mask. Me, this is my gold face. Like
Yeah.
he took Sun Mask, and I'm interested to see where he's going because I think he's still gonna like try to be one of the ones that take out this 13. I don't know if the crash out, what I'm saying, changed his path, but I'm liking how we're getting a little deeper into more like the 13 outside of the killers because we really want to see how this happened. And like what you see, you had me crying on your TikTok, bro, talking about the sheriff selling out the town for only
Yeah, that was
$200.
crazy.
I read that and I was like, no, this can't be. Like, I know he wasn't doing it just for that. You hate this town that much? Oh no. And
Damn.
when Shorty
Thank
find
you.
out my girl Lord, oh man, no, she gonna be pissed, man. But I really love where they're going with this, man, because it was really action packed at first, but now we're really getting more deeper into these people's worlds and such and schemes and all of that that's happening within the 13. It's becoming out to like I said, they're gonna be with this being a movie too. Like I can't wait to see how they adapt this great story into a movie for sure.
Yeah, for sure. For
Mm.
sure.
Did anybody else was able to read Exquisite Corpses issue 9?
I think I'm probably the only person in the group that is behind on Exquisite Courses. I have it literally right here next to
You
me.
ain't the only one, though, bro. You ain't the
Yeah,
only one.
okay. Yeah, I got it right
I was
here.
late on it myself.
Yeah.
I
And
was late on it myself, yeah.
what
Yeah, I didn't
happened
want
for
to
me
spoil
is
anything for anybody. That's why I just
I feel
said
that.
what
Yeah.
I said.
I read
Part
issues I
itself.
think one through five, I believe. And because I'm not caught up, so far my favorite character is the dude on the cover here, bro. Like
Yes.
I don't know how that's gonna go with this character, but like seeing all of the killers that you see in the just the first couple of issues, this one was the one that stood out the most to me because I don't know if y'all do this, but like when I get into a story, sometimes I insert myself in it and I think about like how I would be in that world. So if I was a person in this world that they called upon, I would definitely be a guy in a crazy suit like this that is that stands out, but also unassuming. Like I'm just imagining like, yo, your boy is the Chuck E. Cheese mascot. Oh snap, why are these people dead in the corner? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
bro.
that's how it would be.
They
But
knocked out the creepiness with him on point, bro.
for
So on
sure.
point.
And
That's
Yeah.
if y'all don't mind, I'll just go ahead and tell you what my number five is.
what.
All right. I will go. I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. I'm probably the only person in the group again. Every single book this month for me is gonna be DC. DC killed it this month, for me personally.
You
And
ain't lying.
number five for me is Cheetah and Cheshire rob the Justice League issue 5. This is the final issue of this miniseries. This got me, y'all. Like I really like this. When it first came out, issue 1, I got it because it was different. I'm not gonna lie. I was one of those people like, it's new, it's different. It's not like a typical superhero story, so I'll give it a shot. Ended up loving the first issue, and I've been on board ever since. And it had characters that like I've seen before, but you don't see in books often, like Clarion, the Witch Boy. He was one of the main characters in that story, and
I
I
love
only
him.
know of Clarion because one of my favorite DC characters is Etrigan the Demon. So like those two go hand in hand, and I really love the way that they concluded this issue. For those of you who didn't read it, I won't spoil it, but I do love Barbara Minerva's character, which is Cheetah. I love her kind of arc in this. I love how they continue that. I love how they expound that, and I'm hoping that we get something else like this from DC. That's number 5 for me.
Now, shout out to that story, man. I got put on to more of that story in here with her daughter.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about that story. I love how DC is really taking a hold on really putting a lot of their back characters, a lot of characters that don't get a lot of love. We're gonna make our effort, like I said, all in. We're pushing these guys, and whoever likes it, likes it. Whoever don't. It's trial and error from what I'm looking like. Like Zatanna went really good, you know. They said this Cheshire and the Cheetah, you know, say Rob's Justice League went really good. What was another joint that snuck up on people? That Superman Kryptonite, even though I wasn't like it's still Superman, but the creators, I was surprised DC took a chance on that for the people from over at Ice Cream Man, because that was a very different type of art style and such. They're just taking a lot of great chances, even with this next level. You know, we getting a lot of new characters that I want to start with, or characters that I've always loved, I never had a comic for. This is a lot of dope things that they're trying out. And, you know, Marvel to an extent too, they're trying to, but these are people I think a lot of DC fans have been wanting and been like, hey, can we get this? Can we get this? And shout out to DCKO for even introducing a lot of characters to certain people, and like I said, putting these a lot of characters in the front, where it's like, yo, we're gonna make them, you know what I'm saying, noticeable again, you know, we're gonna make them relevant again the best way we can, you know. So shout out to them for that, man. The was it Star Sapphire? I like her. I like her. She gangster. She was giving Wonder Woman and them the works.
Oh yeah. Star Sapphire is definitely one of those characters who she can put in some work, but they typically just kind of use her as a love interest most of the time. They throw her in some stories to kind of give her a background, but I mean, when she's written the right way, she's a really good character, which is why I enjoyed this story so much, because like Cheetah, for an example, Barbara Minerva's character, like she's really cool, but she has to be written correctly. You guys probably saw Wonder Woman 1980, whatever it was. Like that is not Cheetah. That's not how we do Cheetah. This is how we do Cheetah. That's what I want to see.
Nah, that's a good pick, man. Kyle, what you got, bro?
My number 5 has to be the one shot Arkham. Yes. It really just like caught me off surprise, because I'm thinking like, okay, one shot. This is just a background as far as like the overall status of Arkham in this universe. Yeah. But then when I proceed to read it, it really caught me about surprise about how the Joker really played into this story, as you thinking it might be the guy that proceeded to take him hostage. Whole time he's the child that's being portrayed. And to see like that overall grittiness that Gotham is showing, as far as Amadeus Arkham seeing his mom proceeding to take out the mailman, you know, the children, you know, we finally see Wade Wilson, and it has me wanting more, and I'm so ready for that first confrontation between Batman and Joker in this universe.
Yeah, I'll say, Kyle, real quick. You just got me. You got my mind going. Like, for those of you who don't know, Batman's my favorite character of all time. He's been my favorite character since I was 3. That's never going to change. The first time I've been actually afraid for Batman's life was when they showed us what Absolute Joker looked like. I was like, I can understand him getting beat by Bane and then coming back. Like I can understand that. But Joker, I like, yo, what are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? I literally am thinking that instead of Bane breaking Batman, Joker's gonna break Batman. I think something like that's gonna happen. Like Bruce has the worst story out of everybody when it comes to like personal life. Darkseid hates Batman. It's very clear. And I just think that the person to put Batman in a place that he can't get out of, Joker is the perfect person to do that, especially this version. This version is serious. He's not laughing. He's not doing schemes. He's not trying to be seen. He's not saying Batman come get me. Like, he doesn't want Batman to exist because Batman shows other people that they can stand up. He does not want that. He wants the world in a chokehold, and he wants his hands to be around the throat of the world. So I think that that's a perfect foil to a giant Batman character like this. We thought we had it with Bane because Batman's huge and Bane's way bigger. He looks like a small house. And then the only way to beat him was to drop a bigger house on top of him, right? But I'm telling y'all, one of the craziest moments in Absolute Batman, up until the issue that you just showed us, Kyle, was Bane's eyeballs being preserved, and then Joker's being like, yo, you did a great job. I know you wanted to like quit, but like, you don't want to quit. You don't want to
take a
quit.
vacation. You don't got to worry about home no more.
But I'm finna blow up this island in front of you.
Yeah. Oh, these are your
that
people.
was crazy.
That's your wife. That's your kids. You ain't got to worry about it no more. I done killed them for you, bro. We good. Like that was the most like diabolical thing that I had seen in a while. So like, and literally, I thought him crushing Oz and turning him into the Penguin was the most diabolical thing I've ever seen. And then that happened. So like, I can't imagine what Joker's gonna do. I can't imagine. So like,
and that's what, like you say, he's not a scheming guy. He literally is just like, I don't care. I have the money to literally do whatever I literally want. It's kind of still the same Joker mindset. It just have money behind it now. He actually cares about the money, but he's utilizing it for chaos still. You know what I'm saying? But calculated chaos.
He even looks like Bruce looks in the regular main universe. It's insane.
A very dark, like that look like they make his eyes all black sometimes when they like you have like a little further away like art look of it. It's just very dark and no pun intended grim look of him, you know. And like I said, to follow up, I mean, because that was on my list also, and I mean, I'll just say that for my number 5 also. What Scott Snyder is doing, like I said, just when we was having the conversation prior with Joker and his iteration of Joker, from the Batman New 52 series to what he's doing with this Joker, he creates the scariest Joker iterations in comics. In comics, like if you were to make this Joker into like a film, that would be real horror, you know, like that would be the I love Heath Ledger's Joker. That was an amazing version. He was able to encapsulate so many different things. But this one right here, this is the Joker I believe is for the times, you know, like the laughing, all that stuff. It's fun and stuff, but people have been craving something fresh and new and just our new energy from Joker. And this right here is what I think is giving the people what they want, from Death in the Family to what we getting with Absolute Joker. It's just chef's kiss, bro. Chef's kiss. I like the laughness, but this Joker, but he can still be laughed, but it's such a sick, chaotic to him, man. Like,
you don't want him to laugh,
bro. Oh my god, the feels in that Absolute Arkham special was just, as you're reading it, you're just like, wait, huh? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was on point. The pen, Scott Snyder, it was on fire after that writing. He had to literally throw that in water because, like, Jesus Christ, that pen was on fire, bro.
And
that's your number 5 as well?
Yeah, that was my number 5 as well.
Okay.
And going back to like what Christian said about like how he sees Batman as like this threat to like how society is. It's almost like a representation like what's going on in today's society with the presidency and seeing people speak up for like what they feel is wrong and seeing the fact that it's going to threaten their way of life, all because of they can't profit off what can make you have peace within the life that you are trying to live.
Bro, no lie, bro. I just found out, I was watching one of them Subway take videos, and they had Mayor Mondamini on it. And this is before he was sworn in and such. Long story short, they were asking him campaign questions, blah blah blah, and he got to the point where it's like, you know, these people that's slandering me, it's from the other side. I forgot the person's name, and he said also one of the people on there was DoorDash.
Wow.
Why is DoorDash? You know what I'm saying? You know, but we know why.
Yeah, we know why. Yeah.
That nature, and this is where we are with them. Where a lot of companies are, these head of the companies are befriending a lot of these people to be lobby and get their way, like you said, for the betterment of, you know what I'm saying, for their company, the benefits of their lives, keep more money in their pocket and all that nature. And that's where our world at least our America especially has been running for years. So it's like you said, this is the way we really see our world. So Joker being in this aspect, it just makes so much more sense than just being the guy coming from nothing and trying to take out the billionaire.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I said,
That's what I'm saying. It blows my mind.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Kyle, you want to actually go ahead and do number 4, and then we'll just work our way back up?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Keep it going clockwise and such. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 4 is gonna be Marvel. It's gonna be This is like my first introduction to him.
Oh, good pick.
That's a
Good
good one.
pick.
That's a good one.
So to see I didn't know what to expect.
Oh, you haven't read Noel before? Is that what you just said?
No, this is my first time. Yeah, this is my first time.
Wow. That
Yeah, I
I,
still got to read the Venom omnibus joint too myself. Yeah.
yo,
I'm planning to get it, but
wild.
like that's gonna be a good minute from now. But
Yeah.
to actually witness, like in a sense, like get a little piece of it, it just made me realize how brutal he is in the place that he is, as far as him now going from like being King in Black to like being in prison, and when Hela playing a role as far as when it comes to like how he is going to escape and also get back to where he once was. But it has me wondering as far as like with Hela and just seeing her take on that role, even though like I would love to see it low key, but I feel like it's just gonna go back to him in a way. From what I've seen,
I like that line that they had where it was like, anytime there's a void in the space for King in Black, it's Null is always going to be the person to come back
To
to
fill it.
Yeah, I thought that was so ill. It was an interesting line, honestly.
He's
But
gonna
yeah, no,
always
I
come
like
back.
this too myself. Like the violence, they
The
would find a way.
action.
They find a way to make it cool. Yeah, like a nice.
I need to
anti-hero.
see Hela's plan because I don't know what she's trying to do. I don't understand what she's trying to do, honestly, but I don't know.
I believe
It
I
seems
feel
good.
like a lot of people are trying to find a way to, and I might be, mind you, I've been trying to read this, and I feel like this is gonna have some ties to the Thor situation with Midgard being cut off. Yeah, a lot of that stuff. A lot of
Yeah,
people are
Mortal
trying to take
Thor.
claim. You know, so they're trying to find a way to take claim of either, you know, what I'm saying, the Midgard or Asgard. I'm not sure which side she's gonna try to take over, but it's looking like she's trying to take Noel's power to take advantage of this situation right now. So, but that's my only. I don't want this to turn into a Hela story. I want this to be more of a Noel story because, like I said, for people like me, I want to see more Noel. Hopefully, they don't outbalance the story where it's getting more Hela than Noel. But outside of that, like I said, I fuck with Hela. She gets busy. You know, especially Marvel Rivals. Jesus Christ. So, but I'm liking what I got from here. This was a good number 1. Marvel starting off the year. They've been giving us from this and Iron Man some 2 good number 1s. You know, starting off solid.
Iron Man was solid. Iron Man was solid.
Give him that.
Iron Man was solid. You recommended Iron Man to me, bro.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't know what I was getting into. I was like, just off your recommendation alone, I'm gonna get Iron Man. That was solid.
Joshua Williamson right now, bro. He is on fire with action comics right now. Action adventure comic from G.I. Joe and Superman is like he's on fire. What I hear people say about the Flash, yeah, I trust his pen, so I picked it up and I liked it. It was a
I liked it too. It got me. I'm gonna put it on my poll list because, yo, what is the real plan? Like, are they they're legitimately trying to make another Tony?
Yeah. And the fact that they're looking at him as a weapon himself, like his mind is a weapon, you know, like they're focusing more on Tony Stark and his mind being the weapon outside of the actual suit. You know, that's a lot of things he was talking about prior going into it. So it's a good take on where they're going. And this is my first Iron Man story for myself. So I like where we're going so far. Like I said, this is only number 1. We know how Marvel gets sometimes. So I'm just appreciating where we are right now.
Yeah,
fair enough.
That one word under Doom Iron Man was not good, bro.
that makes more sense because that's a tie-in, right? So they have to make that fit within the confines of the story that it's pulling from. But when you get to write Iron Man just by himself and you give somebody who you get a writer who's competent with the character, it makes all the difference. I am not you know, I'm showing my hand here, but I'm not a big Iron Man guy. Like, I'm just not a huge fan, never have been. but
Yeah.
I did read that issue. I read Marvel digitally. I don't collect it just because. I mean, a bunch of reasons, but the main reason is space, right? So I don't collect Marvel. I only have a couple of Marvel things that I have. One of them being the Immortal Hulk omnibus I have on the bookshelf that right here behind me.
Mhm.
But that's one of my favorite stories, one of all time, and Hulk is one of my favorite characters, especially for Marvel, and that's like my favorite Hulk story. But I did read the Null story as it was coming out month to month. And that's one of the first Marvel floppies that I bought when I started coming back into collecting comics because I was like, this is gonna be dope. So seeing Venom show up with the wings, bro, and the damn axe and all that, I was like, yo, this is sick. And I read that story, and I know Kyle, you were just saying like you haven't read it before, but when you do read it, you will see why Noel is a problem, bro. And I hope they don't put him. I hope they don't put him in any movies anytime soon because they will mess his character up, just like they did with Gore the God Butcher, right? With
Yeah.
Blood and Thunder, whatever it's called. Like, yo, Gore the God Butcher and Noel are two characters. Like, if you see them, you're dead, bro. You're dead. Like, there's nothing that you can do. And those stories will illustrate that. And I'm very excited for you to get into that story when you get the chance, and then to keep reading Noel as it's coming out. And I'm excited to see him get not only new powers that we just saw in that issue, but also just like continue to become the problem that he once was. Like, that's crazy work. But with that said, I'll move on to my number 4, going back to DC. My number 4 for the week is probably going to be a lot higher on y'all's list, but it was DC KO. The Kids Are All Fight. I did get the sick variant cover. When I saw that this was coming out, I didn't know what was going to happen. I knew that John Kent was the main character on it because he's on the cover of like every single issue. And I knew that we were going to be dealing with those kids, obviously because of the title, but just in general. So I was like, I'm going to give it a shot because I actually really mess with John Kent, Superman. And I'll read anything that he's in. I'll give it a shot. This issue, though, surprised me. One, I just thought that it was fun. I thought it was fun. And then you get towards the middle of the book when he starts showing out. And I was like, yeah, put hands on Granny Goodness. And then we get to the end. I'm assuming y'all have all read it before.
No.
You
No, I
haven't
didn't read that.
It's
It's been spoiled for me, though.
I know
It's
what
been
you're talking
spoiled.
about.
Cool. Well, to avoid more spoilers, I know it's been spoiled, but like I won't say it. But like when you read in the book, you see John finally, put his hands up, bro. Like he just decided, forget it, I'm about to fight back. And I love when he does that because he reminds me of Gohan from Dragon Ball, if you guys are fans. But he reminds me a lot of Gohan, the way that he acts. And I love that characterization for him. And then we get another character that shows up at the end of the book. And I was just like, hey, yo, like please give that to me. Give that to me. I'll buy every issue. I'll buy every variant. I'll put it on the pull list. Like
I already did.
Yeah, I need that. So like this meant something to me as a fan of said character, and also because I'm a fan of John, and we get to see him do some Gohan shit in here. So like, yeah, I wanted that. I was very excited to read that, and that's why it's number 4 for me.
I respect that, bro. I've been wanting a lot of people to pick this issue up. I did the same, bro. I took a chance on it. Like I said, after reading the recent Fantastic Four issue that was out with the Junior Fantastic Four, I was like, well, let me take. If I took a chance on these young kids, let me take a chance on the DC young ones, And I did, man. I became a fan. I'm rocking with Fair Play. He's one of my favorite new cats, man. Like,
Fair Play is a cool character, bro.
He cold with it, man. He cold with it. I love their determination. Like they were just ready, like y'all, nah, son. We out here. We trying to get to it. We not about to just sit around. Like I love the energy.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was funny. John Kent just like, hey, wait, but I got this power. I got that power. I can help. Like You say remind Gohan. Like it reminded me very much of him, man. It was a fun story. Very fun story.
Kyle, I'm pretty sure you made some videos talking about Young Justice, right? The show.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you read this book, you will see parallels to Young Justice 100%. This is like this reminds me of like episode 1 and 2 when they first meet that version of Superboy. That's what this reminds me of. A lot of that. So you will enjoy this, I think, more than some people, just for that alone. And also, shout out to Young Justice. That show was goated until
beautiful. Man. I was like, it didn't even give me like a little kid type of vibe when you watch it. It was almost like an actual I want to say like a young teen like TV show when you watched it. because
Yeah.
it had like, depth. It wasn't just like, okay, we're gonna attack the villain. Like you really saw them go through these character arcs of them trying to become a hero that they are.
You know, it was a beautiful show, man. Like you said, this day definitely gave a lot of vibes of that. Like with that show, gave me a lot of insight and new introduction to a lot of new characters and
Mm.
Aqualad and Arsenal and you know what I'm saying, really good deep storylines and
Man,
fun.
That version of Aqualad is that specific version of Aqualad is my favorite. We've never gotten that version again. They put him in comics, and you know they gave him the dreads and stuff, the blonde dreads. I think he looks cool because he doesn't have like the straight Killmonger cut, which is good. But like he ain't never been as cool as he was in the show Young Justice. That's
Real
Pete
leader.
Kelder. That's
Real
Pete
leader.
Kelder. Yeah.
man.
And I love when he tells Robin, like, not to another tangent, but when he tells Robin, he's like, "Yeah, you're used to working with Batman, where y'all don't have to talk to communicate. This team needs to communicate." I was like, "Yo, that's so true." Oh my god, hit me right in the heart. I love it.
Yeah, I was mad they didn't bring Wally back.
Oh, dude, I was hot about that.
Yeah,
They should have gave him a show for real, for real. Wally do deserve a show, low key.
Oh yeah.
man.
All right, man. Moving over to my number 4, man. We go my number 4. We're gonna go with Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees Rite of Spring, issue 5.
Mm.
Jesus Christ, Sam.
Number 4. Number 4. Yo, this is one of my favorite. My fault. It's you. My fault, man.
No, you got. No, you got. The excitement is there, bro. This story is surprising a lot of people, bro. Like after reading the trade and being so enamored with this whole little world of this little town and all of that, and just taking a chance of this one, I was kind of scared reading the first issue that it really wasn't gonna take it to those levels, have that big surprises and all that stuff. But it was a story that, if you read through, it rewarded you so well. Rewarded you so well,
bro.
and it was little
So
moments that you were
good.
just like, wow, like Sam, like where is Sam going with this story? And like I said, where we get to now is just like chef's kiss, bro, because the ultimate crash out of the year was so far Samantha, bro. Like I don't want to spoil anything, but like I said, she goes insane in those last pages, and it literally leads you up to just be like, I know if anybody read it, they instantly, if you didn't have anything to pull it, bam, hit that little
I
like
heard it.
So
real quick pause
good. It
shot.
was
Like,
so
I need
good.
that, you know, because when they end this, bro, it's gonna be have all eyes on it. Like I love this story. I love how they intertwine all these different characters. It was like a what's that movie, Crash? Like how you
Yeah.
have all these moments happening and entwined at one moment, man. Like the old lady and them, like it was so good, bro. Even to the fox and the little son, like all these little stories just crashing into each other at one moment because of this one person,
Yeah.
man. Like I love this story. You know what I'm saying? What Samantha I think her name is Samantha Horvath.
Yep.
Might be messing. But yeah, she's knocked it out the park with this story. I mean, if they ended after this, hey, I would not be mad.
I'm pretty sure that is the end, because now you can I actually just ordered the trade for that. It's on my FOC list right now. And I didn't know about this book or this story at all. I actually, like, where I live here in the South, man, we just had this crazy.
You didn't
winter
hear
storm.
about? I've been shouting about this story for
No,
like
I mean
year.
when it started, like when issue 1 of Rite of Spring came out, I didn't know about Beneath the Trees like at all, so I didn't add it to the list. So by the time I started hearing a big buzz about it, they were already on like issue 3, I believe. No, it was issue 2, and I was like, I'll just wait for the trade because I knew that it was going to be a short series. So I actually just like a week ago read the original Beneath the Trees, Where No One Sees.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yo, I'm a fan, bro.
Oh,
So I actually ordered both because they reprinted the first one. I read it already, but they reprinted it with a different cover, the direct market cover. So I just ordered both this one and Rite of Spring. I'll have both of those, and I'll make like for those of you who see my TikTok, like I have like a new style of video I do when I'm reviewing stuff. I'll make reviews like that for both stories because they deserve it. It's fantastic.
Real talk, man. If you're a fan of Little Bear, I tell you, you'll love this. Real talk, bro. That was the first thing I thought of when I read this. I was like, damn, this like the adult psychotic version of Little Bear. You know how like they've been doing movies.
Yeah, this is
IP
Dexter meets Arthur, bro.
A horror movie with it now.
Yeah,
that's this right here, bro. If Little Bear IP went up, you get Beneath the Trees.
I agree 100%.
Great story, man.
I definitely gotta put it on my list there.
Please do, man. Like This is like I'm a fan of horror, but even if I wasn't, this is just a good story with some good twists and all good character work. Real talk, man. But Beneath the Trees, When Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring, number 4. Would you guys swoop on?
That's my number 4 as well. Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring. I mean, what hasn't been said? This is amazing. It's gritty. It's dark. It's Dexter meets Arthur. Like, I love it so much.
Damn.
Like, every single time I see this on my pull list, I get excited. And the way this issue ended, like, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but like the way it ended, like, bruh, I need that next issue ASAP, bruh. I need to know how this ends, bruh.
That's
It's
one
so
thing they were
good.
able to do with this. Every little issue kept you intrigued to see what the hell is going to happen next. Where is she going? Like you said, you're rewarded so well. You're
Did you
rewarded
read
so well.
the solicitation, I believe it's called, like the breakdown of the story before it comes out?
Nah, I ain't check it out yet.
It said that they couldn't reveal anything about the story. That's how explosive it is. They said we can't say a word because it'll spoil everything. Just read it. Trust us.
Respect it.
You read it, right?
I respect it. I respect it. Got to. That's like I said. This is gonna be one of them ones, man. Like I said, this top of the year has been cooking so far, man. All right, Kyle, what you got for your number 4?
Absolute Wonder Woman issue 16.
Nice.
All right.
Good. That's a good one.
Pretty much. I really am partial to it because of Zatanna. After watching Young Justice and also collecting her like miniseries, it has me wondering as far as where she's going to go. On top of the fact there's a Suicide Squad in the
I was just about to say that. How do you feel about that?
Like, I wonder, is it Amanda Waller over it or is it Veronica?
I think it's Veronica. Yeah.
Because it's like, oh my God, it pulled me in, and to see that's also controlling Wonder Woman with the magic has me wondering where it's going to lead to next. To the point where I'm like, okay, is she going to sit here and realize Diana's not a threat? Is she going to make Diana do something that's going to cost her public image, therefore making her a problem to the government, which they already perceive? So it's just one of those things where I'm absolutely excited to see where they're going to take it as far as with 17.
Nah, for sure, man. I love Zatanna's look. I was saying that it's like she has this 90s craft vibe to her, which I think is definitely
a craft
times. You know, a lot of people love that 90s witchcraft vibe.
I got 3 copies of it.
I love that Gilliam March one. I love Gilliam March's art, man. But she looks cold on that cover, man. She just looks so cool, bro.
Yeah,
just swagging on Diana is just crazy, man. She's finally found somebody. She's found a real challenge right now outside of her challenges in hell and in limbo and such. I think this has been her real challenge of wits and power on Earth. Because she's able to adapt to these monsters and all of that such, but what do you do when you adapt somebody that's on your same level of magic?
Exactly. And the more I sit here and look at her character, it's like for a person to come from hell and still have a good heart in the process after dealing with these entities that have been wanting to take you out since you was a child, shows you really the type of person that you is. Because the average person, you grow up in hell, you're dealing with like dark demonic beings. You sit there and it takes a toll on you, therefore it corrupts.
Yeah.
That's as a person who is very new to Wonder Woman. I've never been a big Wonder Woman fan like that. And I mean, kind of blame how she's portrayed on cartoons back in the day. Like just even reading this, seeing how Hayden Sherman writes her is just the best way I've seen her drawn in a while. I feel like the Amazonians, she towers over everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
I love that.
She's on a tower over Superman. That's how she should look. And on the shows back in the
she's
day,
an Amazonian. She's supposed to be big as hell. Yeah.
She was shorter than Batman and Superman on the WB shows back in the day.
That's why I didn't like Gal Gadot. Like Gal Gadot doesn't look like an Amazonian woman. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like one neither. Now she gonna tower over the Flash though.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. And this how she should look. She the big dog around here. Big dog. She makes Superman looking like little bro. And I love that though. But still, with all of that, Hayden Sherman makes her look so beautiful. I always talk about her eyes. I wonder if she's a Scorpio, bro, because it's like, you know, the Scorpio got some eyes that just trap you, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just, and her beauty, her what I want to say not, well, her violence, you know what I'm saying, all of her magic, her calculation, it makes me understand why people who love Wonder Woman love her, you know. But this iteration of her,
Yeah.
believe this, I haven't even read Wonder Woman like that, but this is gonna, I think it's gonna go down as one of the best versions of her, probably top 2. You know, it's just too much to like about, like, because they keep a lot of the same factors of the regular Wonder Woman and just add on that more cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Versus Batman, where it's like you kind of take away some things and add a little bit more things, kind of make him a little bit more. He just feel like a younger dude. Like he really feels like a young 20-year-old, you know, even the way he talks with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Batman is for sure a YN, 100%.
You feel me?
Oh, God, yeah.
All right, word. You feel me? Like that's how you be talking to people, bro. Like
I will say this version, I'll get off the tangent in just a second, but this version of Batman reminds me a lot of Daredevil, like the way Daredevil used to be, because Daredevil is one of those characters who never ducks a fade no matter what. And this version of Batman is the same way. Like main universe Batman, like my favorite character of all time, he's not ducking the fade either, but he's only fighting if he feel like he can win or if he gotta win. You know, it's like if he can just get away and do another thing, he gonna do that. But this version of Batman, we ain't escaping nothing, bro. He's fighting no matter what, and it don't matter if somebody throws hands, lays hands on your boy. He just takes it, and I love that. Like this is the only time I see Batman just take a ass whooping and just be like, all right, wait till I get back up. And I love that about him.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. I said their fight scenes between, and especially in, you know what I'm saying, their team ups. I love the team ups that they did, like in the current one with 16. Like so dope, man. So dope. Batman just, like, they've been finding really great ways to keep these characters interesting, keep their lore growing and such like that. So like I said, shout out to what they've been doing. And like I said, Zatanna and that Suicide Squad. What's the poisonous dude name in the suit? Like he got the kind of like the
Dr. Poison.
Dr. Poison. I love that character, yo.
Yeah,
he is so ready to crash out on this squad, and Veronica's like, yeah, we're gonna still use you. Like, we're gonna keep you around. And I'm interested to see where they go from there, man, because it's definitely a total 180 what I thought their Suicide Squad would look like. I mean, I wasn't even sure they were gonna do it, but you never know with Absolute Universe right now. You don't know what you're gonna do, man. And I love that. You're gonna always be surprised. So shout out to what they're doing. Absolute Wonder Woman 16. Fire.
It definitely is.
All right, Christian.
I'm up next. Where we were just talking about Batman, so I'll keep that energy going because my number 3 is DC KO Night Fight. This is issue 3 of 4. You know, I even made a video.
That issue was so good.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw it, but I made a video about this because I read this and I loved it, and I got online and I saw people were like hating on this issue, like hardcore.
Who hated on it?
Yo, a lot, like the first day this dropped, I read it, and that first 2 days that this came out, there was a lot of people online, like on Twitter. There was a few people on TikTok, a few people on YouTube talking about how they didn't like it. They didn't like this. They didn't like that. They were like, we just want to see Batman fight all his kids. We just want to see Batman beat their. And I was just like,
that's the Heart of Apocalypse talking.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's not what he does. He even said he's not trying to fight his children, bro. Like he's literally just trying to get back to the tournament. That's all he was doing, right?
Oh God,
but bro, like I can talk about Robins all day and my favorite and my least favorite and all that, but this issue, this is the first thing this month, because 2 things made me cry this month. This was number 1. I read this, I got to the last page, just welled up, bro. Tears. And I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand why people didn't like it.
Oh, because of the end, Damian Wayne's son. He was like, yo, make it a grandchild.
I don't think people really be real fans of Robin like that, for real.
They don't, man.
I really don't. Like,
they really be missing out.
They really are, bro. And I'm a Tim Drake fan, so it's like that was a really good issue for me, man.
Yo, really Tim Drake is and will always be my Robin, bro. Like when I started reading comics, bro, Tim Drake had just become Robin. just showed up in the suit like fresh, and then it was so clean. That was the suit they used for all the Robin stuff that we saw later on. We saw it in the animated series twice. We saw it in the damn movie Batman Forever. That's Tim Drake's fit, bro. Like all of that. Like they copied that continuously because it was the freshest suit. It was clean.
Oh, so that makes sense. Yo,
Yeah.
before I started reading comic books, I thought there was only one Robin. I didn't think there were different Robins. I didn't. I thought they was all the same person.
I mean,
For real.
you know what? In the world of Batman, that's what they want you to think. Like Batman doesn't want you to know that it's, 3 different kids that he got being Robin. Like he wants
3,
criminals
like
to think
12
the way
of
that
them.
he just did.
Bro.
12, yeah.
Oh,
But-
so Nightwing fucking up the plot then, damn near in the future. Damn near shit.
And I love when people underestimate Nightwing too. Like, oh, he used to be Robin, but now he's his own thing. Let's take him out. No, he was with Bruce the longest. He will beat your ass. Like what are you doing?
Stop playing with my boy.
Yo, dude, Nightwing is not to be messed with. If you're gonna joke around with somebody, joke around with Tim. He might joke with you a little bit before you break your legs. Nightwing's tearing you up. Jason's probably gonna kill you. Tim Drake, he gonna embarrass you and then break your legs. And then if you get to Damian, just hope that he with Batman. Just hope that he with Batman.
Yeah, pure grade.
He not. You ain't
Really,
making it
he's
home.
going to.
And I used to be a Damian hater. I was a prime time on the internet screaming at people, Damian hater. I didn't start liking Damian. I hated Damian. And to make it really quick, because I want to talk about Damian for like 20 minutes. I didn't like the way that he came about. I didn't like the way he came into the comics. I didn't like that he just immediately assumed the identity as Robin, because Tim was still Robin when Damian showed up, and he just took it. He wasn't given that mantle. He just took it, and then that's why Tim Drake became Red Robin. If you go back and read it, Damian shows up, takes the mantle as Robin straight up, doesn't ask about it. He's just like, well, I'm his son, so I should just be Robin anyway. He gets his new Robin fit, and Tim Drake's like, that's kind of fucked up. I'll just do my own thing. And he became Red Robin, new suit, all that. And then that's when he was, leader of the Titans, all that stuff. But just to keep it going, he just reminded me too much of Jason Todd. I was like, we already had the Robin that was talking crap to Batman. We already had the Robin that's, hurting people, trying to kill people. We already had this, and we moved on from that. So I don't want it again. And we just got that in spades with Damian. But it took, again, a good writer to make the character make sense to me. So when you read Batman and Robin, I can't think of who wrote it right now, but it's when
Peter Tomasi.
Yeah. So I actually have it right here in the corner. I should have just picked it up. But it's like the first part of Detective Comics, and then his Batman and Robin run when Dick Grayson was Batman. I started to like him a little bit more then, because for up until recently, he had worked with Dick Grayson more than he worked with Bruce, because Bruce was MIA.
That was what he needed.
Yeah. So when he got working with actual Bruce Wayne Batman, it was different, because Bruce doesn't put up with the same stuff that Dick Grayson put up with. And if you go back and read past issues of even Nightwing, right, or Grayson when he was a secret agent and stuff, he tells you like, "Hey, you are my Robin." And like that's when I started being like, "Oh yeah, you're right." Because if you look at the comics, if anything happens to Dick Grayson, like Damian gets messed up about it, because that's his dude. Yep. Like that is his guy. That's his number one guy. Aside from Alfred, God rest his soul. But like I started to come around to him. And then if y'all read the tournament arc with Damian, where he went and did his own like Mortal Kombat tournament.
I read that. That one was crazy. I didn't even know that happened.
I gotta cop that.
Yeah, that story, that's when I was like, yo, I like Damian. He's actually chill. I like him. Super Sons as well, but like everybody likes Super Sons, so I don't really count that.
Because hold on 1 second, y'all.
Yeah. But yeah, that character I just started to really like. So when I read this, and he has the son named Alfred and all that, like that really got to me. I like the way the Batman is working the Heart of Apocalypse. He's still winning, but he's not doing what the heart wants. And you see the heart get pissed off. Like I love that, because it shows you, the reader, that there's more to just playing that game. And because Batman is winning that game without doing it his way, it's dope. Like him meeting Tim and then convincing Tim, like they don't have to fight each other. Like, hey, let's solve this this one murder that you couldn't solve, this one mystery that you didn't want to solve because you didn't want it to be real. Let's do that together. And he's like, yeah, let's do that. And the heart is like, yo, you're supposed to fight him. And he's like, for why? Why I got to fight him if I'm winning?
And you know what's crazy about that? It's like when I'm looking at him like battle all these different Robins, it's like you see how like,
yo,
that threw me off.
But yeah, burnt my house down. My bad. Okay, where was we at, y'all?
You say you're seeing this battle all these different Robins.
Yeah. Like when you're seeing all these different Robins, it just shows you how positive Batman can be when you look at like Dick's art. But then you also see it being toxic when you see in Jason art. Mm-hmm. Then you get to Tim, and you can see what Batman can possibly be, as if like if he's really tapping into like, how would I say, like
it's more of a detective side. If he really wanted to solve these crimes,
and to
solve like crime, like that's because it seemed like he was more like. Remember he said like Tim solved all the crimes, like he solved everything. Like Gotham, we chilling low key.
Low key is, especially when you see him like in that way, like it's like the murder she wrote when he's trying to figure out that crime that's going on between that family.
Yeah.
Cool. Great entry. It was giving Clue vibes, like
absolutely. And they had the straight up characters from Clue in there, which
was
really
funny. Like, very emotional though. I like how they started though with Jason in the beginning, like just time from the last one. It's like, oh no, this is what I'm supposed to be doing this, and you see him tearing up and all of that such. So they let you know it's about to be a tearjerker from the beginning.
Yeah,
and then when you get to Tim, man, it's just golly, man.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up about this real quick, I don't know if y'all caught this. I don't know if y'all are tuning into it, but one thing that they let y'all know in all of these issues, especially if you looked at the artist renditions of these characters, I think Dan Mora had a list of all the Robins that are Batman come out and you see them. But if you look at how they are dressed as Batman, it shows you their strengths in their costumes. So when Nightwing was Batman, he was pretty much still Nightwing, just he had a full cowl, you know what I'm saying? He's still Batman doing his thing. But Nightwing's thing, he's a teacher, bro. Like he's a leader, he's a teacher. So he had Robins, plural. He's training a bunch of different people to help him do his thing because he's all about family. He learned that before he was a Robin, when he had his own family in the circus, and then it was doubled down when he became Robin, because Batman had to have him be his perfect partner so that he didn't get killed, right? So it makes sense for him to be like that. Then you move over and you got Jason, and you see Jason's personality when he's Robin or Batman. You can even see it in this picture right here. He's big, he's hulking, he wants to intimidate everybody. The red is, I mean, obviously he's Red Hood, so they got the red on there, but like they just make him big and bulky. He's like think Ninja Turtles, he's Raphael, right? So that's how they do him. He's
Last
just like
type shit,
yeah. I gotta go in hard, I gotta go in fast, I gotta take everybody out, and if they really give me a problem, I just kill them. Like he's doing that. And then when you get to Tim Drake is sleek. It's a lot of blue. He's very positive. He's got yellow in there because he wants people to aim here, like old school Batman when he was Robin, right? And so that's why it's not black. But also his whole thing is fighting last. He figures shit out first, fights last. And that's what I really, really like about this version of him being Batman.
Wasn't it something like it's something about Batman's different color schemes that kind of lean towards what style of Batman it is too? Like the blue is more of the detective style, the black is more of the dark grim noir style, if I'm not mistaken. One of them between is like more, like, I know the black varies, but it's like one of them is the more beat 'em up style, all that type of shit. Dark stuff. The blue style, like I said, I know it was the detective style, so like you said, seeing more of that old school blue being with Tim Drake made a lot of sense. A lot of
because notice Batman, he has the blue symbol here because he does want it to be shiny and bright, and it's also trying to break it up. But notice Tim's is yellow because when Tim was Robin, when he first became Robin, Batman had that yellow oval because he wanted people to shoot right there. That's where he had the most protection. So that's why Tim does that. That's what he learned as Batman. And then in the end of the issue, when you get to Damian, you don't even see him as Batman because he's already made Gotham a utopia, right? Which,
that was crazy.
Bruce says, when I fought Jason, I couldn't hear Gotham because he had it in a dome, right? He had it blocked off from everybody. But with Damian, it just sounded peaceful, kind of like Metropolis. And that's because Batman instilled in Damian at a young age, if you really want to make stuff happen, if you really want to make a positive change, you have to be the positive change. You got to show people that you can do that without killing everybody. And that's exactly what he did in this issue, which is why it brought tears to Bruce's eyes and it brought tears to my eyes. And then of course, you show him the son, Bruce's grandson, and then that just tore me all up.
Ooh, and Nick Albert, oh my Williams, man, I'm telling y'all, he got up. That boy is cooking.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I didn't mean to talk that long about my number 3, but that's my number 3.
No, that's a really great story because like I'm glad you say and let people know because it was hate around it because sometimes we be in our little bubble and we just be appreciative of the things we got, but sometimes it's interesting to know that because it's just like damn, kind of lets you know what the temperature is with some of these readers out here, but neither here nor there.
When it comes to Batman, there's 2 types of Batman fans, and I'll say this and we can move on because I do want to know what your number 3 is, Super Nerd. But 2 types of Batman fans. You got the Batman fans who want to see his character grow and they want to see his family grow, but they want to see those the stories like be really intense. So we don't want a BS mystery, right? When we get a mystery, we want it to be good. When he's throwing hands, we want it to be good. We don't want to see Batman just do everything. We want to see him struggle, right? Because that gives us character growth. And then you got the other Batman fans who only watch the movies, who've only played a couple of the games because the movies were cool, and they just want Batman to end everything all the time by himself, throwing hands, and that's it. And that's not Batman's character. Yes, he can throw hands, but he's like what 3rd or 4th best fighter in the DC universe. He's not number 1 or number 2.
Man, the stories I hear about Wildcat is insane. So
man, from what I hear.
Speaking of Cassie, Batgirl, I don't know if y'all were reading Batgirl. If Cassie threw hands with Bruce and was going all out, she would win. And even Bruce
beat
says,
the hell out of him.
He was like, no, she would light me up, no problem.
I say Nightwing could beat Batman now, honestly.
That one I can't agree with. I can't agree with that one for 2 reasons. One, Bruce is more aggressive than Nightwing is, so he's gonna hit him hard and take him out fast because Nightwing he'll try too much to see what's going on during a fight. And the second reason is because Bruce is a little hungrier than Nightwing is. Nightwing doing the shit because he likes it. Batman doing this because that's his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is everything to him.
He's gonna do certain things that Nightwing is scared to do. Yeah,
they fight.
I feel like it's gonna be like a Jackie Chan versus Jet Li sort of thing. Like, Nightwing gonna be defensive, but he gonna get that ass. He gonna do his thing, bro.
It kind of went like that in the night fight where he was talking crazy to Dick Grayson, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like,
he was trying to piss him off. He was trying to piss him off so that he would mess up. That's the thing. And he did that. That's why he kept on winning. And even Nightwing said it in that issue. He was like, I know what you're doing, but the problem is I got Robins. And then Bruce was like, yeah, you got Robins, but they're trash. And
like, come on, he was talking crazy.
He was like, I taught all of y'all. He said, I taught all of y'all better than what you're teaching them right now.
I taught y'all. I didn't teach them. Yeah. They can't mess with me. Yeah, that was crazy.
And then the reason why that's true is because what I was just saying. Remember earlier with his costume and everything, Dick Grayson is all about family. He's all about teaching other people how to do the stuff. He's all about that communication. Bruce, that's secondary. Bruce is trying to knock him out. So like it's different. You know what I mean? So Nightwing isn't teaching his Robins the same way Bruce taught them because Bruce is like, okay, today you got to fight 50 people, then you got to fight Bane, then you got to fight Scarecrow, and then make it home in 4 hours. And then Nightwing's like, oh shit, okay. And that's how he trains them. But when Nightwing is training people, he's just like, all right, you got to fight me for an hour, and then we'll see what happens. It's different. He cares too much
about the family aspect and being second. Like I read the newest issue last night, just binging. So I would say I'm not gonna spoil it, but I would say you guys will love how the ending goes for where Apocalypse. Just like the conversations between Batman and Apocalypse is going to be very, very like telling to where.
You mean Darkseid?
Really,
yeah,
pretty much right. Yeah, pretty much. I forgot the way that right. That is Darkseid, right? But yeah, the conversation is just. It's really good, but there's so much real growth for Batman in this whole story.
Let me just say this. So,
like I said, like you said, it's the fans that really want to see growth with Batman, and I think that's why we're loving this. And some people call it the best tie-in for DCKO, and probably one of the best tie-ins for a DC event in a while. You know, but it's just really emotional. It's it's for real Batman fans because you're seeing all aspects of Batman's world, you know.
I
And
agree.
in this last issue, they really bring that all together, you know. So I'll say that Joshua Williamson, what you did with this, and I don't mean to be on his, you know what I'm saying, on his will sack like that, but bro, he is cooking, bro. Like, because like I said, he's action packed, all of that. Like, yeah, we're getting teased action, but it's more emotional beats in here, you know.
Yeah.
That's very different from what you're getting from GI Joe and what you're getting in Superman also. Because I'm loving what he's doing with Superboy. I am a big Superboy fan now. Like, I'm definitely following Superman
You
stories.
talking about Superboy Prime?
Superboy Prime, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
got you.
Has the
Yeah.
issues dropped yet? Has the Superboy issues dropped?
No, that's going to be the next one after DCKO 4.
Yeah, when it's done.
I'll put that on my full
I'm
list.
I'm
definitely
pretty
grab
sure.
those.
I'm pretty sure what's happening. Like, we haven't gotten there yet, but I'm literally spitballing based off of the story that's being told currently. What I think is going to happen is Superman's going to be out of commission for a while, or step down even from being Superman, and it's going to be focused solely on Superboy Prime. He will be the Superman of the next arc of stories, and then we'll also get John Kent Superboy doing his thing, whether that's a team book or his own book. I think those will be the two Superman that we focus on for a little while, and then Clark will come back as Superman when some crazy stuff pops off. I think he'll come back later.
This goes back to what I say, DC giving these characters light to shine now, you know,
Yeah.
they're giving them the great alley-oops. DCKO has been a great event, man. All right, let's get it, man. Number 3, I am going to talk about one of my favorite stories since I started getting into this comic collecting, man. Cul-de-sac issue 6.
Nice.
Oh, tell us
Was
about it.
great
That's nice as art.
story, a really good ending. Man, the characters, just you fall in love with these kids. And I don't know what, it's just been this era of horror stories with kids and them being the main characters has just been working. Stranger Things, you know what I'm saying? With this, you know, it's probably some other story I'm missing right now, but kids and horror is just something in the children.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Yeah.
working right now, man. It's just working for real horror. Because, man, we hate to see kids getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Time, yeah.
fun. They're emotional. They have depth, you know, just like any adult, you know what I'm saying, horror movie. So this crew, like, especially I'm always going to root for my black girls, you know.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? You got my girls, Gail and Sam in here, who, just give an overview of the story, who parents are, you know what I'm saying, necrotiles, who are just another level of vampires that are pretty much immortal. And so they find out that their mom's trying to put them on, and they like, hey, we ain't trying to be doing that, but ends up, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have to because the parents end up getting, you know what I'm saying, a situation happens where they end up having to use the powers, you know, and it's a crazy, you know what I'm saying, goose chase of these vampire hunters trying to get them, and we learn more about these organizations and these kids and their new powers and such. They kind of moving around like a little horror team X-Men low key, like
honestly, yeah.
It's I'm loving it. And I forgot the what's the little white boy named Sam? I think
Sam,
I think. Yeah, yo, he is amazing. Yo, he gives me like a gangster Tommy Pickles vibes. I don't know why. He just like,
I'm gonna have to read that now.
That
turn up, man.
Yeah, that trade should be coming out in a couple of months because I think that's the last issue of the story.
Man, Jonathan Wayshack, this man, his art in here has been so. I know, and people are going so crazy. I'm gonna talk about this later, but sort of crisis events and all of that such with the newspaper print and all of that such. But man, they already doing that over here at Bad Idea, man. Like, well, yeah, Bad Idea was already doing that, and that's what brought me over here.
That shit is gruesome.
Old school vibes. The art is just beautiful. Like the panels is amazing. Like I love this whole team, what they did. And I'm gonna be on the lookout for what they're doing in the future, man. Cul-de-sac issue 6, man. The whole art, like I said, for me, this is one of the first stories I sunk my teeth into, and I'm happy where it went, man. This was a very fun story. It's gonna be a great story to read later too. I might have to get this in a hardcover just to read and see all his art in together.
I'm definitely gonna trade in my single issues to get the trade for that for a couple of reasons. One, I like the story. I didn't like it as much as you do, but I did like the story, and it's also fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we get the kid horror, like, you know, Welcome to Derry. No matter what anybody says, that's one of the best things we got out of 2025.
Yeah.
You know? That show is dope. But with that, you get that kind of formula when it comes to this book. You get the newsprint with this book. You get the kind of washed out colors with this book. And one thing that I really liked about this that like I didn't really talk about and I didn't really see a lot of other people talking about, you kind of hit on it when you were talking about, the black girls being like the main character and they were dark skinned, bro. I love that.
Come on.
You don't see that often. Like most of the characters that we see in comics, especially black characters that are prominent, typically light-skinned characters, which I mean, no shade, but like I'm a dark-skinned dude. I need like 17 lights just so y'all can see me right now.
Come on, man.
And, yeah. So I love seeing it, man. And you don't see it often. Even me, like I draw all the time. I noticed that when I started making characters, I was making them lighter for two reasons. One, so other people would like give the stories a chance, give those characters a chance, but also because I had to use less colors to blend in to make that skin tone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting into making darker skin characters right now, and I'll even show y'all one here in a second. I got my tablet over there.
Show me.
But yeah, definitely. I'll grab it right now. I'll grab it right now while y'all talking.
Cause
Yeah, man, like
I'm cooking up a story. And I feel like I'm almost done with the process. I don't want to talk too much about it because, I'm still just cooking it. But I do want to at least try to make the concept. If you really drawing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show y'all what I can do. Here, give me 1 second.
But I love the fact that you brought up too is like the extra dedication you got to put in to make darker colors for the characters. It shows you how much you really want to do it.
Nah, that's hard.
That is clean.
Yeah,
my God.
attention, the detail is amazing.
Thank you.
Come on, man. It reminds me of when I used to be in school and they taught us how do I write curls? And she's like, all those little circles. Just draw inside little circles and such like that. And I was like, wow. And just seeing that, God, I love art, man. I love art so much.
Yeah.
Man. I'm not a great artist, but I love seeing people who cook with it and I just be enamored with it, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I be getting so many damn variants.
I started to do that double up on them. And that's beautiful too.
Hey, man. You cooking now.
I stopped. All I do is collect A's now. I don't collect nothing else but A's.
I'm getting there. I'm in the space where I'm in between A's and just trades, so I'm getting in that space, man.
A's, trades, and one per store. So if it's a one per store, it's an A, or it's a trade. I get it now.
I typically collect A's, but there are some comics where, like Supergirl's a perfect example. I'm collecting Supergirl right now, which I probably need to quit collecting it because I don't have fun reading her anymore. But
at all, bro. They've been dropping the ball these last couple months. Like,
I enjoy it.
But I never collect. Amazing. I never collect the A covers for Supergirl. I always get, B, C cover. Like whichever one looks the coolest is the one I'm going with.
The realistic ones where she looks really cute.
Yeah, bro. If
those are the ones I get too.
I don't know how y'all are with that stuff, but being vulnerable for a second. If there's ever a cover where somebody looking hella thick and goth, I'm going for that one. That's what I'm getting.
Yo, that's why that Psylocke Ninja #1 was a little. I was like, well, hey,
like now. This one.
That one.
Nice.
Yeah, like those.
Nice. Got that pop, kind of like pop art type vibe to it, damn there.
Yeah, and this was the original regular Supergirl. I had to get this one. This was a better cover. You got Crypto back there flying, and then she's just kind of doing her thing or farming. And then you get the regular cover where she just looks like a little anime chick, and she's just like, "Hi, I'm Supergirl." And I was like, "No, I don't want that."
Yeah, I get to that. I found my favorite artist I'm starting to like and such like that. Like one of my favorite right now is Lee Bermegio. Like his realism and his art has just been amazing. I love.
Lee working.
Yeah, I love a lot of his shit, man. Mark Spears, like there's a lot of like if I find those guys, I Daniel Warren Johnson. Oh yeah, that's get that nice black shade on Daredevil.
Silhouette of it.
That's one of my favorite characters, bro. So that's amazing to see. That's hard. All right, man. So that was on me. So all right, super. What you got, brother, for number Trey?
Oh, I was gonna show y'all a book of David Mack. David Mack artwork.
Nice.
My favorite.
The last
artist.
thing I'm working on that y'all seen. Y'all know this character.
And my dog get out the way.
Come on. Look like you ready to get in the ring.
Yeah, I had to put some draws on him though. I didn't want to draw.
Yeah, like you about to get in the ring, bro. About to put him in 2K26.
Oh yeah, that's sick. I like that.
That's beautiful.
Wait, which comic is that?
It's an art book for David Mack. I got a bunch of these.
David Mack, got you. I love art books. As a person who draws all the time, I collect art books. So Yeah, I mean that's not the
Hold on,
topic
hold
of
on.
this
Let me.
pod. But next
But
time,
no,
I'll
no, no.
show you.
Those is really dope, son. Like I want to start because I want to get that Daniel Warren Johnson joint.
This is better.
Really beautiful things, man. Oh, that's
Like,
cold.
oh, this one.
That reminds me of the artist that does Batman's Second Night. Have y'all been reading that?
No, I haven't.
I'm all set up with. I got everything now. I got the first set. I got the second set. I'm gonna start reading them now. I heard really good things about them joints.
They are really good. I think I got it down here. I'll show you. Yeah. They have the magazine covers for those. Love that.
Yeah,
art.
I got the for book 2. I got this
I haven't
one.
seen
I
them.
think it's Scarecrow on the back. He Daniel
Yeah.
like look like he got the ski mask on. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah,
Scarecrow is one of is top 2 for me when it comes to I'll say top 3 when it comes for me for Batman villains. But when we go back to that video, because there's big reasons to go to that Arkham video game. That's my favorite rendition of Scarecrow.
For me,
Bro,
it's
number one, which I think I'm by myself. Number one for me is Scarface.
Wow.
He
Okay.
I ain't
he
mad
is
at that.
he is more insane than the Joker, and he just tries to act like he's committing no crimes. He just acts like he's being told what to do.
Oh man.
Look
Those
at that
panels.
Oh my god, I did not expect the art.
Yes.
Damn.
I
That
love me
looks
some good
crazy.
panel design, man.
Yeah. So if y'all
Yeah.
sleeping on this, you got to get on that.
I got
Oh
you.
yeah.
I
I'm
got
gonna
you.
read.
Clayface art and dark patterns though.
Yeah. I love that too.
All right, let's
Let
get
me-
to it. All right.
Number three is absolute Batman. Number 16. I loved everything about this issue, man.
Oh, man.
Scott Snyder continues to cook. Like the back and forth, the relationship between Diana and Batman, bro. That's second to none to me. I love their little back and forth. If you slip in sand, it will kill you. If you look at the thunder, it will kill you. If you listen to the song, it will kill you.
Oh man, you
If
can't
you
go wrong in
if you
that
look
place,
at the
bro.
Cyclops' eye, it'll kill me. No, why would it kill
It's
you?
rude.
It's just rude. Like I love that. Like
they had me
It-
crying in that shit. That's why I'm saying young Bat just in the like, bro, where the fuck
Yo.
are we, bro?
That's why I say like this version of Bruce is a total YN, bro. Thank
Bro.
but
Like, I
but
ain't
like
trying to
I don't know if Crocodile or if the Croc turned back to human. Like I don't know if he turned back into a human.
Yeah,
We just
I think
kind of
he
just
left the
seen his
face up to
hand.
him.
It'll be one of two things, right? Because magic always has a caveat. It's either gonna give him a human form while he has that on, but you know
Mhm.
that's not gonna last long because it's a comic book, and also he'll probably help Bruce. And the other thing, if it doesn't give him his full ass human form, then it'll be a hybrid. So he'll look like Killer Croc from like the animated series of Batman.
That's smart. That's smart. But yeah, and then and to end it, I just like how again Bruce just gets his ass whipped. Like again, I just enjoy
That middle
that.
kick was
I love
hilarious.
the way how he be summoning Diana.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's got one more summon. When do you think that's gonna be? Who do you think he's gonna summon her for?
I don't know. That's the
I'll
thing.
be surprised
That's
if he runs
he's gonna
Superman.
summon it against Dark Side or something crazy, bro. That's how everybody gonna team up, bro. Him and Superman's gonna be fighting like the Joker or Dark Side, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, we need help." I summoned Diana.
I hope
she gonna come
it's Superman and Batman finally link up and they need help and he calls on the one
Yeah.
last. Oh shit, I forgot. Me call on Shorty. I got this in my
Yeah.
hold on.
Like, yeah, we can't do this. Oh yeah, I got one more.
But no, man,
Diana
this
comes
was
down.
a good joint, man. This was I love Nick Dragata's art for
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Made her look even more fierce. Like I said, the eyes, what Hayden Sherman does with her on there makes it big and beautiful. He makes them slanted and more fierce. You know, like it's like you when she put that gaze on you, you're done type look, man.
He
But
gives
she was
like a
very
menacing vibe.
helpful, though, man. Like just like her watching over him, putting the coins on his eyes was really a beautiful moment.
Yeah,
There's
that
some really
was.
good character moments between them to the point where people are starting to ship them. I'm just like, come on now, like they could just be just friends.
This is the
Like we're
only
not
time.
together.
This is the
Yeah,
only
you
time
know
that
that?
shit makes sense for me because it's a different universe. I'm okay with that shit because Steve
Fucking with
Trevor,
it?
Me
bro,
too.
like, yeah, I'm
Me
okay
too.
with that shit in this universe. That I'm cool with that.
Mm.
It makes a lot of sense. And if y'all think about it, this is the only character
Exactly.
in all of this it's the only character that talks to Batman / Bruce like she would talk to anybody else. She don't give him no slack. Like every time he starts doing this, she questions him on stuff, and I really like that. And she's a good foil to him in a positive way. So, like I said, I wouldn't be mad at it. I don't think they're gonna do it because you got Selena right in the corner, and she's got her own
Yeah,
comic.
nah, that's Bay right there.
Yeah,
You
but like, what about that one part where they met in the, when Bruce went to the hospital? He was like, "Hey guys, I got you subs," and he was like, "Really?
beautiful starts.
Oz can't
Beautiful.
even eat yet, bruh." He was like, "Damn."
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
that
like,
was
"Yo,
in.
what's
That was
Selena get
in
you?
It just really
Another
just
heartbreak on a roll?" Like it was. I loved it so
Oh,
much.
collar pull. They was talking greasy, but shout
Yeah.
out to them though.
I ain't never heard that before. I like that.
That was a nasty one.
Talking
Yeah.
greasy. I like that.
I'm
I
talking.
like
Oh, okay, yeah. You're gonna hear a lot of East Coast random like slang and shit from me. But dog, man, shout out to once again Nick Dragata, man. They both of them for the idea of what Two-Face, old school Two-Face.
Yo, old
Crazy.
school dude, the animated
Well,
series
not
Two-Face
saying
is
old
the
school, but
GOAT.
my
You're not
pardon,
him,
my
Bruce.
animated 90s Two-Face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
animated
that's the
series
best
Two-Face.
one.
Two-Face, you know, like I said, these are the versions I grew up on before comics. So it's like seeing stuff like that is like, okay, they showing love to the TV watchers and stuff like that. So it's cool for little moments. Like once again, I feel like they're just having so much fun with
Yeah.
the drawing and the ideas they're able to be free with. There's no restraints.
This is what
So,
happens. This
Yeah.
is what happens when you let a writer artist team cook, bro. This is what
come
happens.
on. DC is becoming
Oh,
very
God.
artist friendly. Very artist friendly again, man. So
Mhm.
shout out to them what they did with this one, man. And like I said, this cover is just amazing, man.
Oh yeah, that's going on.
Yeah, it's better
Oh,
than the Wonder Woman
go to
one.
hell? Like you don't know if he because it's Batman. He always
Yeah.
talking about some fucked up shit. Go to hell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like you tell her that. Then I seen the
I
question.
noticed what a lot of people didn't think about was on that cover says "Go to hell." It's a question mark, right?
Right.
So he's asking her a question. Nobody
Yeah.
put that together.
I didn't even realize that.
I'm like, oh shit, they going to hell. Like,
Yeah.
I know he like going to hell. I know he looking
Go
at
to
it like in
hell.
that aspect now. Like, what the hell you mean? But really, and we got our first little version of a bat signal. That was in the last one. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was in the
But
last.
like, I just love
That
the
was
team
so
up
dope.
issues. 15, 16, these issues have been really dope. And like I said, man, bring on an absolute trio, man. I'm ready, man. I am so ready, bro. And especially what we seen in DCKO, like we got to see what the hell is going on. Like, which is which? Like, are they further, or are they like, is this the same exact timeline of what's going on with the DCKO? We'll see, man. But let's get on to it, man. Kyle, what you got for number 3?
This is number 2 for him, I think.
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Oh, pardon. Oh yeah, you're right.
I got Sorcerer Supreme with Wanda being at the helm of it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've been wondering what's been going on with that because I fuck with Wanda. So
You got quite a few Marvel books on your favorites this month. All right.
Oh, yeah. It was just like to see her really just take the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme in her own grasp rather than being appointed has me really interested because that shows you like in a sense of how I'm not gonna push somebody else's agenda as far as when it comes to me taking this because this is my at the end of it. Then to see her also appoint somebody who is also a demon where she I don't want to say that because I think it'll spoil it. Like
I read it. I mean, me personally, I read it.
Yeah, go for it.
Like you have a demon on there, and that's really different because you really got to think people when you have people in these positions, they have people who are like in a very like positive, like, hey, we're not going to do that. But then you have somebody who has a very like I will say dark perspective on life, and with her battling Agatha and Agatha saying like it's a cost when it comes to being a Sorcerer Supreme, and I felt like when I was reading that, I think she's alluding to something in the future where Wanda might have to make a certain decision that she might not be comfortable with, whatever that may be.
I'm very interested where they go. She definitely gangstered her way into that situation because after reading the end of One Word Under Doom, I was like, oh, this is where we could, you heard about they had the spoiler cover where they had so many people on it and you ain't know who was going to be it, but then it was like, she gangstered her way into it. I was like, oh, damn, okay, Wanda. And then you got the Vishanti. From what I've been reading about it, they ain't fucking with her right now. So I'm very interested to see how she bats. She's pretty much just her against the magical universe of Marvel right now. Like So I'm interested to see where they go with that, man, because she's always gonna be one of my girls. But I always feel like Marvel is always kind of trying to intertwine their TV stuff with their comics sometimes, and it kind of messes up. But like I said, people are liking Agatha. Saying? Shout out to the the actor who's playing her. Stuff like that is good because if it helps transition to comic sales, that's good at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see where they go with that, man. Like I say, they're finding ways to break new ground with different areas, with the cosmic side of Marvel, with the magic side of Marvel, with the political side of Marvel. Like they're trying to break new ground. They ain't gonna reboot like they always say, but we're gonna try to bring you something fresh, little changes in here. So I'm interested to see where they go with a lot of this stuff. What you got for number 2, Chris?
All right, number 2 for me. I know we were just talking about it, but Absolute Wonder Woman was number 2 for me. I think that Absolute Wonder Woman is the best written of all the Absolute titles. She's not my favorite. She's number 2 for me, but she is the best written. Zatanna on the cover looking fly as hell, so much so that I had to get the one that you were actually talking about earlier with
Yes.
March.
Oh man,
Absolutely.
I got that one too.
Oh, I like that one.
I love
that.
Gillian's line work, man.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Love that.
I like it for the art, of course.
Yeah.
The line work. Yeah.
Them stumples.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and step right where you need to.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Got them straight from Doll's Kills.
Absolutely. And I have Gillian March, like he's used to doing stuff like this. I got another book over here called Carmen, where he draws a character who's pretty much nude the whole time, and this is the exact same setup that they have. But with that said, like Zatanna in this universe, we don't have a Constantine the way that we do in the main universe. This version of Zatanna, like, I'm pretty sure she's gay. She's feeling Wonder Woman. Every single time she talks to Diana in this book, she calls her beautiful. I don't know if y'all peep that, but every time she talks to Diana, it's like very, very flirtatious. And Diana is just like, you know what I'm saying?
I've been hearing I've been hearing that energy, man.
Yeah,
a lot of that energy. People kind of want
definitely
too. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely in there, and we already know because of the first couple of issues of Absolute Wonder Woman. Diana lets you know, like, where she comes from. Love is love. Like, what I'm saying? She don't discriminate against where it's coming from. So what I think is going to happen is later on in the story, she'll convert Zatanna to being a good, a morally good character, and I think that might be a couple that we get, because I know I was saying I wouldn't mind her and Bruce hooking up, but Bruce already has Selena on the side, and Bruce seems like the type, he's like a one and done. You know what I'm saying? He's got the girl that he wants, even though he takes what he can get from her because he knows that she's elusive, and he's just going to stay with that. And I think that these two characters are going to end up together, and also, I think there is a reason why we already saw Zatanna in an issue prior. She bound her Diana to her. You know what I'm saying? Right. She's on that Dom mommy stuff for sure. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that having a big Amazonian doing what you want, like I think that they're cooking, bro. I think that they're trying to
let a big Amazonian do whatever she want to do to me.
Yo, Kelly Thompson's trying to let us know what's going on right now. She's telling us, like, hey, she likes Wonder Woman. She got a job to do, but she likes Diana a lot. Every single time they talk, she mentions how beautiful Diana is. I don't think that that's for no reason. I think that's on purpose. I think we're going to see something with that. And we did get the Suicide Squad in this, which I didn't expect to see them so early. If y'all noticed, Cheetah is on the Suicide Squad, but it's not Barbara, because Barbara's a part of Diana's team. So I thought that was dope. Dr. Poison came back begrudgingly, because Dr. Poison don't fuck with Veronica. He does not like her at all.
I love it though. It's like he's ready to, like, any moment, bitch. You better say right.
I swear, please slip up. And so that's happening. And then you also have who else was on that team that I saw in the back? Oh, Giganta is on that team. And we've been seeing Giganta and Wonder Woman in all iterations of Wonder Woman battle, and they're always good. And I think that because Wonder Woman's always trying to talk her way out of stuff in this version, because this is how Wonder Woman's supposed to act. Because I remember y'all were saying earlier, I don't really read Wonder Woman. This is my first iteration. I'm telling you right now, I'm not a huge Wonder Woman fan, but I keep up with Wonder Woman. I've been reading Wonder Woman. This is what Wonder Woman's always supposed to have been like. She's supposed to act like this, except for the magic. Magic is a little different. She uses magic a little bit.
Did you read the Daniel Warren Johnson one? I was wondering, what was it called? Wretched Earth, something like that.
Oh, Dead Planet.
Dead Planet. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't finish.
No, I like that, and I know you kind of always give him more of a fighter, gritty vibe. I wonder, was that good? Because
I didn't finish it, but it started off really good, and I haven't heard one person talk about how they didn't like it. So it's pretty good. But the problem with Wonder Woman books is most of the time Wonder Woman's characterization is off. There's something about her that doesn't work. It doesn't add up. She kind of talks like she wouldn't talk normally in the comics, but in Absolute Wonder Woman, she talks exactly like Wonder Woman would talk. She talks exactly like Diana would talk. So this is the version that you need to read. I know her mainline story that's out right now. Tom King is writing that, and I'm not the biggest fan of Tom King.
I think downs about it.
The only interpretation I've read of her is probably like I think Greg Rucka. I think it was the Rebirth run. I read like he was 1 through 20.
That one was good.
Yeah, that one was good. I did like that. But I will say issue 29 of Wonder Woman was not written by Tom King.
Stephanie Williams Williams wrote
this, and it slaps. Like, I don't know if y'all have read this, but
I'll check it on the app because I want to see what's up with Stephanie Williams going for this Daredevil situation. So
you need to no. Stephanie Phillips is doing Daredevil. That's somebody else.
Okay. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, Stephanie Williams is a black woman. Stephanie Phillips is a white woman. So
thank you.
Yeah. So Stephanie Phillips two Stephanies. Stephanie Williams is a really good writer. She's written a lot of stuff. She writes a lot of black characters and women very well.
Hold on.
And they should have probably called her for They Chose Violence.
Yeah. And Stephanie Phillips, also a fantastic writer, and she's like very active on social media. She talks about people.
Stephanie Williams wrote this. She wrote the Nubia series.
Kind of like a little
Nubia is fantastic. Nubia is fantastic.
I've read that.
Oh, okay.
Her take on it is so good. Her take on Nubia was so good, bro.
And going back to Stephanie Phillips real quick, I wanted to hit on that. Y'all know I don't collect Marvel. I'm not a big Marvel collector in general. I still read it, but I always read it digitally. I added Daredevil to the FOC. I will be picking up each issue of Daredevil. I'll be reviewing it. I'm gonna be talking about it on the channel. I got you. Like
you hear? Did you hear? He's gonna be a law professor. So
no, I purposely didn't read anything about it. I want to go in as blind as possible.
Okay, I got you.
Pun intended.
But yeah, man, Absolute Wonder Woman is definitely my number 2. Damn near my number 1, almost my number 1, but one book took it on over that barely, because literally just every panel with this woman alone was enough for it to be top 3. But yeah, I'll show y'all top 1 when it gets to me. But next person up, man.
Y'all gonna be surprised at my number 1.
Number 2.
I've heard amazing things about that.
Everything everything dead and dying around these parts of Carverton.
That's the second book. That's the second book this month that made me cry, bro. I was in here bawling.
I cried,
bro. This story takes me through so many emotions. Just like with Cul-de-sac. First stories I was able to start reading when I started collecting comics, man. And dude, man, just this family, the learning of his backstory, the learning of this town, how close they are,
how much it meant to him.
Yes, bro, like how much it changed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why he really does what he does for this town. And if people who haven't read this is about a guy named Jack, who during a pretty much post-apocalyptic world with zombies, he's taking care of his town of zombies by keeping them fed and such, and they just continue to live on their regular lives without getting that hungry and such. When the way it flows, it makes sense to an extent. Like they don't need it, so they're gonna be kind of just still good, moving the way they were before they go to that
muscle memory.
Like we
learn. I know you haven't read that story yet, and the trade will be coming out, but highly recommend you pick that
Please,
up.
I got you.
Like, what? Everything dead is dying.
Yeah, everything dead and dying.
Oh, once it comes out in a trade, the single issues are going to cost not $1 bajillion, but
they already starting to go up now. They already people putting this joint very high on their list for favorite books.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's a good story about like it gives you a very different twist on the take of humans versus zombies. You know.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, the story is about loss and how you
deal with it.
how how how
The
exactly.
everyday moving on from is that cycle of life and how we
Mhm.
kind of deal with that in a sense. You know, they keep
Mhm.
talking about this. He was talking with his daughter about the circle of, well, not the circle of life. That's some Lion King shit, but in a sense of it, you know, it was
Yeah.
kind of that. It was kind of that talk in a sense. You know, like when his dad.
Coping. That's what I was talking about. Coping is how to cope with
Yes,
loss.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. How to cope with loss and move on, and you know what I'm saying. And it's a
How to
very
forgive.
interesting way, man. Like, and the way they ended it, they kind of, you know what I'm saying, try to bring it all home with the title and such. And it was a very great way, man. I gotta give this team amazing, you know what I'm saying,
Amazing.
praise, bro. Like from the artwork, from like I said, the pacing of the story too. Like, because at first you kind of just get a little caught up with the jumping and back and forth, but at a point it becomes a part of the system that actually helps fulfill the stories and the characters and why they do what they do and why you feel what you feel about, you know what I'm saying, these people who turn to zombies. So it's just like I've never in my life ever cheered for zombies and in this type
My
of
life.
defense. And like, bro, it's just like I said, you read one zombie movie, you watch one zombie movie, you feel like you've seen them all these days, you know?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
every time I can see a fresh take on something, I'm always gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm always gonna give it its praise, man. We had Walking Dead, that was great. But
Yeah.
I'll say this right here. This is probably the best take on a zombie story since Walking Dead.
I agree 100%.
I
Without a doubt.
100% agree. That's my number two as well. It's the best story to me I've read in a while. Like the fact that instead of this person trying to cure the world or trying to end the zombie apocalypse, he just takes care of his town. He just takes care of his loved ones, and he just like man, like everybody in the town continued to do their work. Muscle memory.
Right.
It was so good. Like the part that made me cry the most though. The part that made me cry the most was when the white woman was experimenting on that black
Ah,
woman.
man, that was wild work. Wild
That is
work.
That's
the
what I'm
part.
talking about, bro. Like,
Oh,
feel,
But
man.
but did y'all see the symbolism? The
Yeah.
Yes,
symbolism that she had
we
her
are the real.
chained
Ooh,
and she
She
broke
did.
out of the chains.
Yeah, she had her chained up for 2 issues, bro. Remember? She
And
chained her
she
up at the
broke
end of the
out
last
of
issue.
those chains.
those are the type of scientific experiments they were doing on
They
us.
were actually
Just
doing to us, bro.
wrong,
it reminds
bro.
you of the
And
like
she
the
screamed out
Experiment type
free.
shit going on.
it's crazy. Like even though I haven't read it, damn it just reminded me of like the ski Tuskegee experiment. I think
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
Tuskegee. Yeah,
very much,
you're right.
bro.
yeah.
Very much so, man. Like you had you were just like these, like just like you have any, zombie film. You got people going around trying to find, you know what I'm saying, places for resources and such. But this black dude was rolling with some people who they were pretty like Bible thumpers. So
Mhm.
it wasn't
Yeah, that's a great
rocking
way to put it.
what my man was doing. So it's just a lot of conflict that goes on and such. And they're just doing wild stuff that just shows the real evilness of humans, you know. So it's a real good look on society. It's a good look, like you said, like Christian said, on death and coping. And like I said, it's a beautiful story, and it's a very say inclusive story. Like I said, he's a homosexual man. It's not something that's pressed or nothing like that. You
Mhm.
see how beautiful his relationship is. It's not about, you know what I'm saying. I didn't even care. It was,
And it
it was
didn't start that
I
way.
swear to God,
right.
you don't even
Like
care about that.
yeah, like it's just a beautiful family. Like and his man's hold him down. He don't play about like he be
Yeah.
on Jack body about like, you know what I'm saying, the bullshit he be on, but that's because he loved him, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
it was a real thorough character, you know what I'm saying, developing and good, just chef's kiss, bro. Chef's kiss, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to them,
I
man.
I
That
will
is
say,
When
like,
the
I don't
little
have to sell the book because I mean I think we all just did.
Yeah, you definitely
And
did.
for Kyle, what I can tell you is when you get to it, right? Issue one, I knew right out the gate, and before I finished issue one, I think I was halfway done with issue one. I was like, oh shit, this is about to be
banger.
a new one. This is about to be a new one right here. And I knew it was only 5 issues, so I knew the story was going to be tight. I knew the development was going to be precise, and I knew that they had one thing that they wanted to say with the story. And each issue, you get more and more and more of that story. You get people coming in, in the story and you're like, okay, where do they fit in? They immediately show you what these people are about. They immediately show you what kind of mindset these people have. And there are characters in every single story that like kind of seem shady. If they kind of seem shady, it's because they fucking shady, bro. And like, again, with what Supernet was talking about with the woman's experiment on another character, they slowly put that in your face in the book, because when the character that he's talking about shows up, there's something off about her to begin with. So right off the jump as a reader, you're like, what's up with this chick? And then she disappears for a minute. She says something that's weird. She disappears from the story for a minute, and she comes back at the end of the book, and you're like, yo, what? And it stays that way until the end of the last book, which is the one that they're talking about right now. So yeah, it's a beautiful story. The artwork is fantastic. The covers were great. It's definitely going to be a story that's on everybody's top 5 list coming up at the end of this year right now. People are gonna be talking about it. And I read horror. I'm a huge horror fan. Like, I don't know if y'all can see it, but behind me I got like horror posters everywhere, horror stuff's all over here. Like, as a horror fan, I know that I'm gonna have to be a part of that group of people. Like, yeah, you should read Everything Dead and Dying because it's such a horror. I already know I'm about to be on
there. That. This is above the Deviant. I put this above the Deviant, and I don't know if y'all read the Deviant, but that is a scary ass book.
Read it.
Oh man, damn, I'm missing out on.
I just gotta get issues.
Oh my god!
And
also, for all of you guys, soon, not yet, but I'm working up to this. I've done a giveaway on my channel, on my TikTok before, and I gave away a bunch of Green Lantern stuff. I'm setting up another giveaway to start, and it's going to be a horror themed giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a horror movie, horror book, horror comic. And the horror comic that I'm thinking about giving away is actually a Scott Snyder comic, and it's called Witches. Witches. This one right here.
Yeah, I hear him talk about that.
I think I've heard about that before.
Yeah,
or they're developing it into a show.
They were supposed to, but and the artwork is by Jock, and so I know y'all know that dude.
Oh yeah, you sold me. You sold me already, bro.
Oh my god,
I love when they're together, bro. I got what's the one they got their drunken distillery?
Now. I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, I'm working on this giveaway. I just wanted to make sure that I gave away some stuff that people wanted. So I have to figure out the movie that I want to give away. Because I have the book here, the comic. I know what book I'm giving away. I actually made a video on the book that I'm giving away. It's called My Heart is a Chainsaw. So I'm giving that away because I bought 2 copies. I'm giving one away that I didn't read so y'all can have it fresh. And then the movies I'm giving away, I just haven't figured out which one I want to do. So because y'all are the first to hear about it, if there is a horror movie that you know about that you've never seen that you're thinking about, let me know, and I might add that to the giveaway. So just let me know.
I'm gonna definitely do that because I've been chopping down my list these past couple of years, so I'm definitely gonna have to think.
Sweet.
All right. Brother Kyle, what you got for number 1?
Number 1.
Oh man, top 1. I don't care what nobody said. Issue 3, DCKO.
Let's talk about it.
Please,
yeah, that was really good.
Please tell me, because it's I'm full disclosure, that's not my number 1, and it wasn't on my list, but it was almost number 5 on my list because I thought that it was a banger, bro. Oh my god,
it was.
So good.
It was so good. The fact that the Joker fused with Mitzi, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming, bro.
We've seen that before, though. If y'all read the Emperor Joker story, that's where that comes from.
I had to go do my homework after that, son.
Yeah, the
most fun issue so far. Like,
you mentioned Comics Explained, right? He actually did that video like I don't know 2-3 years ago. So if y'all can go back on his channel and watch that. I've read it a long time ago, but like it's a really good story. He pretty much does the same thing he does in this comic, and literally he gets bored. Like he tortures Batman every day. He can do anything. It's the Joker, but this is Joker from like the mid 2000s. So it's when he's like mostly wacky at this time before he's like super sadistic. And it's worth it, y'all. Like, god dang, I love DCKO because we get to see versions of characters we haven't seen in a while. And just going back, remember when Superman fought Captain Atom?
Yeah.
And Captain Atom was putting straight hands on Superman.
Man, like, man, you do not have to kind of have a heart right now, bro. You really have to sit here and fight for the fate of the universe.
Yeah.
Oh
That's your
my
homie, but
god, bro. He was talking
And
to
then
Superman.
Superman was like, "Wait a minute, I can be any version of me." Superman 1,000,000. It's over, bro.
Instantly.
Superman 1,000,000.
I was like, because I didn't think Superman was gonna do that because he's too nice. But when he pulled that out, I was like, okay, here we go, Clark. You finally listening to what Bruce told you to listen to. But in every issue, we have Clark doing some stupid shit that he doesn't need to do. But it's like an anime. So clearly, the people writing this read anime because it keeps giving me those Dragon Ball. I'm talking about Dragon Ball again. I was talking about the Dragon Ball Super, the tournament arc. You see, Goku and Vegeta going Super Saiyan Blue right out the back, doing their thing, and they're getting their ass whooped, just like Superman getting his ass whooped, and then comes back all of a sudden, he's Ultra Instinct, and that's like the same thing that happened in this issue almost.
You took the words out of my mouth. The progression of Superman feels very like it's no reason. I see why they compare him and Goku all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're literally like long lost brothers. But like I said, this progression of him having to understand he has to stop playing around for real.
Yeah.
It's been a kind of a constant. Now that I'm thinking about it, like it's the same with the Night Fight. Like him and Batman have to understand, like, yo, Darkseid is not playing with y'all. Like y'all playing the game the way y'all think y'all want to play. No, y'all have to play in a different mindset that y'all haven't played in before.
Yeah, you gotta play his way. That's the only way to
exactly.
Told him he said stop cheating. Stop cheating. And he just put him in that universe. So
Superman just issue by issue is just getting more ruthless, getting more calculated. And this one was the one where he'd be like, yo, nah, I'm on y'all. Like, y'all think y'all got with this? I already had this in the chamber. Each person
that was crazy.
And
their partner, well, majority of them picked their partner for a reason. You had, not Wanda, not Wanda, what's her name? Wonder Woman getting Big Barda because she wanted to learn more about the Heart of Apocalypse. You had Superman getting Shazam for the fusion. You had what's his name?
Yo, that was my
the fusion was crazy. That came out.
The earrings alone let you know that was they because I looked it up. I was like, yeah, did Adam ever have earrings or something? And I couldn't find nothing.
He never did. That's from
Dragon Ball. I knew they was doing some Dragon Ball shit.
Bro. What's so crazy is when like Superman channeled that power is the fact that Lex Luthor almost like gave him a look of respect because he wasn't limiting himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Superman got those power-ups 3 times now. He got that power up when he did Superman 1,000,000. He got the power up on the last DCKO issue when he got the Darkseid Omega beams. Remember that?
Oh yes.
And then he got the Shazam thing. And like, bro, y'all know I'm a Dan Mora glazer, bro. I'm a donut when it comes to Dan Mora. Did y'all see this cover, bro? Oh,
yes.
Yeah, that's
nasty. Beautiful. Dan Mora has been on fire these past, like literally. I mean, but these past 2 years, he has been on a tear, bro. Like I'm about to collect all his little corner spot, joints, bro. Like I just love his art, man. Like, especially when he's doing a Night Fight, like.
I gave myself the Herculean task of collecting every DC Dan Mora cover that exists, and it is. I'm never going to finish this because you can't find his stuff, bro. I even got on eBay to try to find some of his stuff, and they busted heads for this, bro. I was like, y'all gotta be kidding. Like, I would do better turning tricks before I could find all his stuff. It's
like that's why
they're gonna make a Dan Mora art book, bro. I promise you. I'm gonna tell you when they do, and we're gonna have to pre-order it.
Oh, dude, I'm pre-ordering 3 of them hoes. Like I gotta have it.
Who I like as well is Jorge Jimenez. As far as
yo, bro, I swear to God, you could go look it up right now. DC dropped the art book of Jorge Jimenez a week ago.
Yep.
So it's 216 pages of his favorite artwork, and I got it. It's gonna be in my LCS this week. For me,
yeah, I missed the pre-order for that because they didn't announce that was coming out. They just was like, "Oh, here you go."
Yeah, they never announced.
It's like $80 right now, bro. It's insane. I was actually looking that shit up before we started.
It's the same people that did the David Mack people. They only announce it and they just announced it on a page.
He did that Ultimate Hawkeye variant.
I think so.
As much artwork as they love.
I think so.
Okay. I'm into the bro. I picked up his 2 of his joints. I like his shit. Okay.
But yeah, Jorge Jimenez Jorge
is-
Jimenez is my second favorite artist. My first is Dan Moore. I'm not gonna lie to you. Dan Moore is my goat, bro.
I'm gonna put that in my way.
some like I like what Greg Capullo is doing with what he did in with his drawings of Batman and Batman Volume 1. But yo,
That shit hard.
Jorge Jimenez is his
Thank you,
Batman
bro.
art is just amazing, dude. Like
When that
one
Jorge come out.
one page, I think it's from the most Matt Fraction run. I think it's issue 1,
Mhm.
where his cape is just floating in the street. I think it's issue 1, bro. Just looking
I got
at
the oversized.
staring
You're
at
talking
that
about
for a couple minutes.
from the new Batman run?
Yeah, from the newest
Oh,
one.
I love the new Batman
It's
run.
so beautiful, man. He's been running with Batman for a while, so yeah, I think when it does settle, bro, he's gonna be in that top 5 of Batman writers for Batman artists. I think for good, like it's just too clean, man. It's too clean.
That's why I have to get the oversized issue 1 for it.
Oh,
Just to have just like, bro, when I tell you to look at it like this, it's beautiful, man.
That's another one I love omnibuses too, bro. Just seeing it in bigger arts.
Yeah.
Do you guys like work in progress issues where they show you the comic with just the pencils and
Black and
inks?
white.
Yeah, to see it before it come to life.
Yes.
I have
I haven't seen that one. That's amazing.
Those ones are nice. I love that.
I got Something Is Killing the Children, issue 0.
I have yet to read that.
I had a Wolverine Revenge joint like that with him and Sabretooth fighting on the cover. Got that. Like, yeah, that shit.
I know we're not talking about Sabretooth right now, but that's one of my favorite Marvel villains of all time.
Love him, bro.
Yeah.
So
The
much.
only thing I've only ever watched them I've only ever watched them on the TV shows and the movies, right? So when they announced Sabretooth, Dead Man Don't Talk, I was extra hype. That was the biggest disappointment to me, personally.
Oh wow. I'll tell you why it was a disappointment. It's a disappointment because you didn't read Sabretooth beforehand and you didn't read the Krakoa era of X-Men. That's why.
I didn't.
I've been wanting to get rid of that.
Yeah, you got to read the Krakoa era of X-Men before you go in. Pretty much anything happening in the X-Men the last 4 years.
Real shit. Nah,
if you didn't read Krakoa, half of that shit don't make sense.
Hold on.
Yeah. I had to go through some, that's why I had to go do that homework on Dark Beast.
I'm
not Dark Beast, but
Sabretooth Dead Man Don't Talk was just about him being a gangster in like the 30s, bro.
Yeah,
he was just a crime boss, like a crime boss in the 30s. He had a girlfriend who got murked in the sheets while they was sleeping. And then he just went to what's that island called again? The Savage Lands, the Beast Lands? Yeah, they didn't need to do 5 issues to explain why he went to that island, bro.
Yeah. It was because when you're reading X-Men, when they first got Krakoa, Sabretooth, because all the mutants were supposed to go to Krakoa. Sabretooth shows up. The island of Krakoa is an actual living being. The island itself was like, he cannot come here. He can't. No, he's too evil. And they were like, why? And they were like, we gotta lock him up. Lock his ass up right now. Straight to jail.
He was sick.
He had no intentions whatsoever of becoming a good guy. Like, no, he was.
It was a David Ruffin type of exit.
Yeah, also
it was very David Ruffin type of exit.
One of the things that you also see, Super Nerd. You got to read the. You got to read even the newer Wolverine. It was I forgot what it's called, but they bring something back with Sabretooth that they used to do in like the 80s, early 90s when Jim Lee was still drawing X-Men. But every year for Wolverine's birthday, Sabretooth hunts his ass down and tries to kill him, but he kills everybody around Wolverine that he cares about. And they started doing that again in the comics. And that run was legendary because Wolverine got his adamantium taken away. Sabretooth went through, killed all his kids. Laura Kelly. Dude, he went through
something similar to that in Wolverine Revenge with the whole birthday thing.
Yeah, it's fire, bro. You gotta. If I find what it's called, I'll send it to you in a DM. But you
send me that.
Look it up. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to read that because that sounds crazy.
They did that same, but with Wolverine doing it to Sabretooth. Every year he came back, it just just chop something else off.
Yeah, and Wolverine didn't tell anybody it was his birthday. He would literally just like be like, "All right, I'll see y'all in a couple weeks."
Yeah,
They would be like, "Logan, where are you going?" He'd be like, "Ah, don't worry about it," and he would just leave.
Don't worry about it. I'm about to just
that guy, man.
He would just because he knew Sabretooth was gonna find him, bro. Because like both of them can, like they're both expert trackers. So no matter where Logan goes, he can always get found by Sabretooth. It might take a minute, but he'll find him. Same with Wolverine.
From around the way, right?
Yeah. And when Sabretooth shows up looking for Wolverine, he's like, "Hey, I'm leaving here with something." You know, like he ain't playing. But yeah, it's wild. But Kyle, I did not mean to take that from you, brother. Like you were telling us
good,
why
bro.
That was your number one.
Oh damn.
I mean, so anything on last things on DCKO 3?
You said what?
Any last things on DCKO 3? I know we got the big reveal at the end. I know we're ready there. It's a lot of questions and such. So, hey man, Darkseid
that was insane.
Playing with a crazy hand right now, man.
It was.
Ain't never been this crazy in the life.
I'm just kind of curious on how that's going to play out. And it was just like when I saw like the overall team ups, it just shows you that like people really can see the potential within you. As far as I see the dynamic between Cyborg and Connor, and I would like to say Wonder Woman and Big Barter.
Yes.
They're wondering like, why did you pick me as a partner? But then you proceed to see that like with Cyborg, I picked you because of how much of a warrior you are. Therefore, I can use it against Wonder Woman and Big Barter, if memory serves me correct, and I can level the playing field, and I also can help you out in the process. But then when I look at like Joker and Lex Luthor, it really just showed you how like some people will see the potential, but only use it for their own benefit.
Come on.
Especially when I saw Lex Luthor really just sit there and just use Kara in the most devious way possible.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yo, I thought we like, oh no, you thought I was with you, and that flip, oof, Lex Luthor, Mr. Contingency Plan, cold with it, bro.
Man,
I think a good reason to show y'all why Superman hates Lex Luthor so much is because he's literally just he's just like Batman the way he thinks. He's just evil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I love that dichotomy because Superman is like Bruce's biggest glazer. He's always going to glaze Batman. So when Batman got taken out issue 1, that hurt Clark bad. And here's the other thing. It hurts him so bad because it's his fucking fault.
Yep.
If it was not for Superman, if he would have locked in from the beginning, like Bruce said, Bruce would have made it, bro. But Bruce stopped to tell him to quit playing and got killed. Remember that?
Can I say something? So I usually get upset at Bat Glazers who always say, if the Batman gets some time, he can prepare for anything. But DCKO shows that he can prepare for anything, bro. Like he got murdered and he still got out of it.
But that's why Darkseid was on his ass. He was like,
I mean,
plot armor? I got some plot armor for your ass,
my man got prep time and cheated death. That's kind of crazy,
but
bro.
That's the thing. I will say
that makes me believe in him.
As a fellow Bat Glazer, I was very happy and also very let down because in that first issue, the Heart of Apocalypse gives your boy prep time. They give him prep time, and DC was like, "No, we got to take him out." I knew Batman wasn't going to win, and I knew he was going to get taken out early for 2 reasons. One, because he's Batman. He's like
that big ass suit.
He's the most popular character DC has, so they couldn't let him win. And the second thing is, they needed to take Batman out because can you imagine how much of a problem Batman would have been? They're like, hey, you can use any version of yourself to beat these people. Imagine Batman getting to choose a partner in DCKO number 3. Who do you think he would have chose, bro? Batman is a demon, bro. He would have chose somebody that nobody expected that was a beast, and he would have read through everybody. And I know
man.
Thank you.
He was one of my people I had as my dark horse for this shit, low key.
Yeah, me too.
Nah, man, they did a real dope way of like giving us twists and turns and like of these natures. It's just amazing how they find a way to have fun, but also give these characters obstacles that challenge their character.
One last thing that I'll say about DCKO number 3, issue 3 before we move on is this issue showed me that DC needs to give me a book that I didn't know that I wanted until DCKO #3, and that is a team up book with Cyborg and Connor Hawk. I need that today.
That'd be cool.
Dude, can you imagine a 5-6 issue miniseries of just these two MFs doing their thing, bro? I need that. I need that.
You know, one more thing.
Tech Giant or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That'd be fire. I would love that. There's a lot of teams I've been wanting after watching a lot of this stuff, bro. But really dope, man. Shout out DCKO, man. Continuing to just be the event of the year, bro. Real shit, man.
No, you ain't lying.
All right, Christian. We here, man. Numero uno.
Number one. Y'all know all of my stuff has been DC. We talked about this book before. It wasn't y'all's number one, but it's okay because it's my number one. Because my GOAT is Absolute Batman. This issue was my favorite of the month. I love this issue. I love this version of Wonder Woman. I love this version of Batman. I love the cover because nobody thought to think, oh, that's a question mark. He's not telling her to go. He's asking her a question. I love that. This issue was brutal, but it was also beautiful. He gets to talk to his dad. Like, I don't know how that hit y'all, but that shit hit hard for me. He got to talk to his dad. Like, that really helped Bruce. I think that new mindset's going to help carry him into the next few issues. We know that the next villain that he's going to face is Absolute Poison Ivy. So, like, what kind of mindset is he going to have facing her? Why is she there? Like, I'm thinking of all that stuff. And just seeing these two together, bro, I could literally just read another team-up book, just these two doing crazy team-up stuff. It's fantastic. The art is always good. Them talking about we're not together, really funny. I told you guys why I think that wouldn't be a thing, because Bruce has, you know, Selena. She obviously has Zatanna. Zatanna is after her, bro. Zatanna's trying to clap cheeks. Let's just be real.
Yeah. She's trying to get some of that well, ain't magic stick, but we'll say magic pie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. And I love the cover. Tells you everything you need to know without telling you. Tells you where they're going. Tells you where they're going, who's going, why they're going. Love that trifecta on there.
Simple. I like simple, very simple cover, bro. Very simple.
Yeah.
Very simple and clean. And then also with this issue, this is a really good issue for us to go into a new arc with Batman, because the only complaint that I've ever had with Absolute Batman is sometimes we just move on too quick. Like when he was doing his thing with Black Mass and kind of moved on from there, then he was fighting Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, we kind of moved into that pretty quick, but then that gave us more insight into Bruce and like what he does. That's when his friends learned who he was, and then they were like, hey, if you're going to do this, you need to do it this way. He didn't listen to them. Then Bane showed up and literally broke all of them. You know what I'm saying? So like I just ain't nobody doing it like this, bro.
You're right, because it gave us time, with all that's happening, it gave him time of reflection now. Now that he was sitting in that car, shit, his sleep, he's been having time to think about everything that's happened. Yeah, let me go pull up on the bros. Let me see what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying?
And this version of Bruce hasn't slept since Bane, I think. Like but he
hasn't been at work for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
remember,
crazy.
In this issue, they tell you time works differently. So he was asleep longer than 2 weeks. That's just how long he hadn't been at work.
And this is white privilege. We all would have been fired.
Yeah,
100%. Oh, dude, I'm missing a day. I'm out, bro. It's over.
We're out of there.
That's why brothers always got to have another job lined up in case.
Oh God!
I know that we're joking, but I literally have another place that will hire me just in case I fuck up at this job I got right now. So it's wild. It's wild work.
Knock on wood.
Really
for real
stuff, man. This artwork, like you said, the ending with the dream state of his pops and them standing on the old piece of architecture he made as a kid. Like, it's just so much great stuff. And like you said, just finally really spin the block on that.
Yeah.
Remember, like, yo, Bruce is a dude with a lot of pain that he's trying to work through. You have a person like Diana who has been through hell, but still has compassion, is able to teach him different ways of compassion. These are the great character development that Batman, Absolute Batman especially, has been needing in this story. We love the action. We love all the wildness and craziness and you know what I'm saying, kooky stuff that he does. But now we're really getting in depth with the emotional parts of, you know what I'm saying, Absolute Batman. We're getting it in Absolute Superman for sure. We're getting that in Wonder Woman, but now we're finally really getting there with Absolute Batman, and I think it's really giving the Absolute Universe something to really, really, really stand on for the test of time now. Like I said, we love the action and all of that such, but now we're getting to the emotional part, really getting the character depth with these guys. So shout out to
And
the
I'm
writers.
glad.
I love
glad
that we're
you said
seeing
that.
his.
Mhm.
No, go ahead. I'll go after.
No, I'm just saying I love the fact that we're seeing all his friends slowly turn on him.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna see them all become villains. Like there's a
Can't wait.
guarantee they're all gonna become villains.
Oh yeah,
Honest,
yeah.
honestly, you just really need a friend at this point. From what I saw, like,
That's
it-
only going to be Waylon, or not? Yeah, Waylon is his only friend, bro. Waylon's
Yeah.
his only friend left.
Well, and Diana now, you know.
Yeah, I just mean from his OG crew.
Yeah.
because-
You're right.
Because
Yeah.
Selena, we already know as us as fans know that Selena's getting her own book, so she gonna
Right.
be MIA. They already told her, hey, Selena dropped off a shit ton of cash for us, which is probably how they're paying their medical bills. To be honest, she dropped off a bunch of cash. She gave Bruce some ass, and now she gone. She gonna have her own book, and I think they'll meet up later on. But like she's out, so his only actual friend is gonna be Waylon because Alfred's whole job right now is glazing villains. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like Alfred, bro, at all.
I
don't
love
like.
Alfred in this universe.
I
Bro,
think
he
Alfred's
lame,
gonna
bro.
be. I think Alfred's gonna be hella useful once Absolute Joker really starts coming into the story.
Mhm.
That's what I think, because that's why Alfred's there. You know what I'm saying? That's why he showed up to Gotham in the first place. Batman was just intriguing, and he decided to stick around, but he was there for Joker. So I think that once Joker starts coming into that fold, it'll be better. And I wanted to hit on something that you were just saying a minute ago, Starks, which was the emotional beats of Absolute Batman. I wanted to hit on that real quick because one of the emotional beats that really got me, it's not just the fact that he got to talk to his dad. It's the fact that his dad was like, yeah, that day I didn't feel like a hero. I felt like a hero when I was just being your dad. I felt like a hero when I was teaching my class. I felt like a hero when I was teaching you how to be a good person. And I was like, God dang, that hit me hard, bro. Because Bruce has his dad just immortalized as this god among men that can always do the right thing, that's always doing this, is always doing that. And his dad was just like, nah, bro, I just did what I thought I was supposed to do. I didn't feel like a hero. I died because I didn't want you to die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's real shit. You can take this from a superhero comic and apply that to real life any day of the week, and it applies every single day.
A lot of children look at their fathers, girls, but they just
especially if you're a parent. You know, I don't know about you guys, but like I have a 10-year-old, and like that's something that I would tell him. Oh yeah, thank you. That's something that I would tell him, like that I will tell him. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like a hero when I'm doing cool stuff that you like. I feel like a hero when, you know, you go to bed at night. I know you're cool. I feel like a hero when I make sure that your ass goes to school. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I feel like it. When you get a good grade because you were asked a question and you remember when I talked to you about that question and gave that answer. That's when I feel like a hero. I don't feel like a hero when I get you a Nintendo Switch for your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different.
That's real talk, bro. I feel like that same way I put money I got at the leapfrog joint, you know what I'm saying, getting her reading, you know what I'm saying, developing and such, and she's been loving it and such, and this has been just a personal happiness, you know, so that's the real feeling.
How old?
She just turned 7.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So you know, Scott Snyder being a father, he puts a lot of his fatherhood and his stories and his relationship with his children into this story. You know, so it's just a great, you know what I'm saying, point of view in fatherhood, and you know what I'm saying, and it's they just cook. Like I said, once again, they're cooking on all levels, man. And like I said, they're finding ways to just balance the action with the emotion, man. Finally, so shout out to Scott Snyder and Nick Jagrada, bro. Absolutely, it seems to cook. All right, man. So me for number 1. All right, man. Let's get to it. My favorite writer of 2025 and continues to cook going into this year. We got Assorted Crisis Events issue 8.
That's what's up.
This was crazy, son. Like so we all love comics. We all, you know what I'm saying, been reading it and indulging in it for a while. And this was just a great ode to comic book lovers, comic book writers, the history of comics. It's just give us these deeper metaphors with stuff, you know, like the whole idea of Assorted Crisis Events is having this world that, you know what I'm saying, as we live in just regular people's lives, we have these superhero life crisis events, but also looking at the crisis events that we go within ourselves, you know. And we know Dennis Camp, he's a guy that has a very interesting outlook on just his social commentary is very good. You know, like in the interviews he says, I'm influenced by life in my writing. You know what I'm saying? It's like how any artist should be, you know? Go live some life and you tell your POV, you know what I'm saying? In the that you do, you know? So the way he's able to do this in here, and it's just really dope, very meta, like, you know what I'm saying, a Grant Morrison type of homage and such in here. Like just showing some of the panel designs, just seeing how he's looking out of panels and they're tripped out and, you know what I'm saying, and dipped out like that and triangulate stuff like we see like in Wonder Woman and stuff like that. It's just really dope stuff to see. You know, you have this guy who's a comic book writer who, you know, kind of ended up failing at life. He's a homeless guy now. And we just see how his, you know what I'm saying, the beginning and the, you know what I'm saying, the rise and fall of this guy. And he tells it through these beautiful ways of, you know what I'm saying, you know how we have the white lines in between our comics, they call these the gutters and such, you know what I'm saying, the things that happen in between the comics and such. But it's a great way of, and it's saying this, the things that we don't look at, you know, we don't pay attention to, things that just fall in between of life. You know what I'm saying? They had a cool page where it was a bunch of superheroes sitting on the toilet and such like that. Because, you know, when you think about it, superheroes doing all this crazy stuff, when did they go to the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? So, cool stuff like that they just play on and such. But it just shows how this guy, you know what I'm saying, the changing of the world of comics and such affected him, and he's been put into the gutters of life, forgotten about and such, you know, because they're on just different type of stuff now in comics. He was like a romance writer and such, you know, it was popular back in the days and such, you know, noir writing and all of that such. But, you know, as times change, he couldn't keep up. So it's a really great way of just showing that through just dope art. It's on newspaper, you know what I'm saying, to show the old classic style. A lot of people are going crazy over that. But like I said, you know, Bad Idea was already doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. It's just a great because it plays into the story. That's why it's even more, because it's playing into the old school art and such. You know what I'm saying? You have moments where there's even no panel, it's just straight whiteness. Because he's in this is where he's living in the gutter.
In the gutter. Yeah, I love that.
So it was just so many great, you know what I'm saying, ideas and risks taken with this story, as they do with a lot of these issues. And this, along with issue 6, are my favorite issues from this story. You know, so if you're not reading the story of the Crisis Events, I say take a chance. And I think it's going to have a joint that's going to have you thinking a lot after their issues, sometimes ready to cry, sometimes you're laughing. You know, it's so many different styles. It's an anthology, and I'm not crazy about anthologies like that. But this one right here, each story just hits you in a different way, you know. So shout out to Dennis Camp, because the stuff he's doing with this, Absolute Martian Manhunter, Ultimate, he got me, bro.
Absolute Martian Manhunter is
radical.
Absolute Martian Manhunter is amazing.
I remember I was in a live not too long ago, and there was a brother on there who hated Absolute Martian Manhunter, and he was, you know, shitting on it. She shit on it for a little bit, and I didn't say nothing for a minute. I just let him do his thing. I let him talk his shit, and I asked him a question, because like the only time I ever really just get like annoyed is when I hear people talking about something and they don't know what they're talking about. That's a pet peeve of mine. So he was going off about how Martian Manhunter wasn't good and it was this, and everybody who's reading is crazy and all this stuff. And I was like, hey, have you ever read Martian Manhunter before? And he was like, nah, this is my first intro to the character. And then I was like, okay, so with that information, how can you tell everybody else that they don't know what they're talking about if you don't know the character?
Come on.
And I was just like,
yeah, that's wild.
I told him straight up, I was like, the reason why the Absolute Universe is so good and so popular is because you don't have to know about the characters at all. You can go into issue 1 of any Absolute and be fine, because it's all different shit.
That was me with Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, and I told homie, I was like, I said, I think the reason why you don't like it is because you don't understand what's going on. And he was like, well, I mean, it's really confusing. And I was like, that's fine. I was like, we can go issue through issue right now. I'll pull them out of my box right now. We'll go over each issue, and I'll give you what's going on. I'll give you the cliff notes of what's going on.
How would you understand
what's going on? Crazy. It's a beautiful story.
It's a beautiful story,
man.
But I don't think the guy is like, he's not wrong, because sometimes it's because Dennis Camp writes so deeply sometimes that, you know, if you're not really in tune with something that's going on in the world, you might be a little lost. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that it does give you the chance to ask more questions though. Like, hey, yo, what's son talking about in here? Like, you know what I'm saying? You might have somebody that's educated in that field and be like, yo, yeah, he's breaking like you have a Christian, they'll come down. Hey, yo, let me break this down for you, bro. And son can probably go on and be like, hey, let me go look into these things more. And when you come back, you might be reading the Ultimates and be like, oh, damn, son, I might want to become a radical now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, it's just so many different things. I love the way he writes because he challenges us as readers, you know, that we need to be challenged.
And
I think his problem ended up being the guy. I want to name him because I'm not trying to like talk shit about somebody who can't defend themselves. But at the end of the day, I think he didn't like it because one, he didn't understand, and two, he's a little older, right? He's one of those people that's used to comics that have a hero, a villain, and a battle, and that's it. Like he's used to that. And I was like, that's totally understandable, but what you're looking for is an action film. Comic books aren't action movies, they're stories. If we just look at pages of Batman punching a guy in the face, that's going to get boring. You know what I'm saying? We need to know why Batman's punching somebody in the face, what his motivation is for being Batman, because if we as human beings saw a dude dressed up like Batman straight up on the streets, like, yo, your homie's insane. Something's wrong with him. He needs some help. And like, so like that's why the character's interesting. Daredevil, blind, out here throwing hands with anyone. Why is he doing that? Why is this his character? You know what I'm saying? That's what makes these characters interesting. It's the story, the pathos behind them, and why they do what they do. Perfect example. The example that I gave him was oh, we lost somebody. But the example that I gave him was, I said, have you seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse? And he said, yeah. And I told him, I was like, those movies are literally about how every other Spider-Man had to go through this one thing before they became Spider-Man officially. And then he was like, oh, yeah, that's right, because Miles is going to lose his dad. And I was like, that's the thing, though. He doesn't have to lose his dad. And that's what he told us in Across the Spider-Verse. Nah, I'm going to do it my own way. So he don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the, you know, we'll get that movie when we get to it. But like, I was just letting him know, like, just because you don't understand a thing doesn't mean it's bad. Just means you don't understand it.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. But you know, that's a lot of things that happen in our community with things, not just arguing, but just things as Americans in general, things we don't understand, we lash out at, you know. So that's where I say I'm happy that he challenges us as readers to you know what I'm saying, have these conversations and such, you know, if we want them or not. You know, sometimes we need artists that do that, you know. But yeah, man, shout out to Dennis Camp, man. Shout out to what's my man name? Eric Zawodsky, because his art is amazing. I want to make sure I shout him out. And you know what I'm saying? Even to the lettering, man, like they just knocked it out all down the way, man. So great team, man. Like I said, Image, you see a lot of indies on my joint, but a lot of your joints was in my top 10 as well. So all these picks were amazing. But yeah, man, Image has been on fire, man. I don't know, super cut out, but oh, there you go. My bad. There you go, brother. All right. So let's get with your number one, man, before we get up out of here, man.
Oh, my number one, which I'm actually surprised it was most of y'all number 5, is Absolute Arkham.
That's good.
This is my number one. This is the greatest story to me.
I love that.
It's not even close.
That,
I love that.
Like just the origin of the Joker and just the way they kept re-explaining it. First it was the lie, then it was the rumors, then it was the truth. Just the fact that they went over, and I might be jumping the gun here, but I felt as though like every time someone had a feeling about doing something, like the mother had a feeling not to off the certain child, or Joker just had a feeling just to go to that certain asylum. I feel it was Darkseid. You know, he is divine intervention. He's influencing these people. Like, no. Don't off that little kid. He gonna make sure this happens. So it's just everything about it was just blowing my mind, bro. And they had absolute Jonah Hex in this one. Just chilling right inside the cell. And nobody talks about it, bro. Like I was freaking out.
I think nobody talks about it because a lot of people don't actually know who Jonah Hex is. So they don't talk about him too much. I did see the character, but the reason why I didn't bring it up in any of my videos is because unfortunately, Jonah Hex isn't one of my favorite characters. I don't dislike him; he's just not one of my favorites. And I just didn't think to bring him up.
Oh yeah, that was.
Okay. I ain't even noticed the stash. Okay. I would have thought the nigga would have been in there with his hat.
Yeah. So it's so much world
bad.
building in this one issue alone, so much backstory in this one issue alone, and it's just so much that's not said, but it's so loud to me in this issue, bro.
It didn't feel dragged either. Like they weren't telling too much backstory. Like all the backstory through him and Jack having these conversations is literally, you know what I'm saying? All right, he's having the regular, just, regular backstory. And then Jack, say, hey, yo, what happened with such and such? You know what I'm saying? And then we get into that and we learn more. And then we learn more about the kid and whoop-de-whoop. And it just, oh my God, that reveal just had me like, I was pulling my collar. Like I was ready. Like I'm getting yanked out of the panel myself, bro. Like, it was crazy, bro. And it's just, like I said, it just adds to the lore. The lore of Absolute Joker has just been one of the best things. Because as we know, his lore is always in question. But this one has just been these little building pieces. Like we had an Absolute Joker, Absolute, as I usually call it, Absolute Joker, but Absolute Batman 15. You know what I'm saying, mixing up and going back and retelling the story again, and gets darker and darker and darker. This is the rumors and all of that such. It's just amazing because this is how we know of Joker is whatever was what you heard, you know what I'm saying? But what you heard is some wild shit though. You know what I'm saying? Some wild shit. But that's gonna stick with you. So like I said, what they've been doing with Jack Grimm has been amazing. This little personal story
that's such a villain name too, isn't it?
Jack Grimm.
And he don't smile, just looking in the corner, looking at you like just this motherfucker. Like, oh man, I love him, bro. I love him, man, because he's a cold-blooded dude. All of them is cold-blooded, man. I loved Ra's al Ghul. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, even though Superman, you know what I'm saying, got him right, but he was a wild dude. He was on Superman bumper. But
you know who I feel is going to be the worst? I feel like Lex Luthor is going to be the worst because he seems more well put together than the Joker.
Bro,
I think about. I'm just thinking.
When we first saw the Joker, he looked very put together. We was like, oh, he looks like he's sane.
Wasn't he like a farmer with kids?
He's a nice fella, bro. Got a family, just chilling.
Nice
dude. He's a nice dude, bro.
But did you notice the parallels?
Yeah, he looked like Clark Kent. Like he was on a farm, wasn't he? And he had
exactly.
Yeah.
So what about
Lex and Joker swap places with Clark and Bruce?
I know Scott Snyder wanted that for a fact when he was writing Absolute Batman. He says that in interviews. He was like, "Yeah, what if Joker was the rich one? What if he had this? What if he had that?" And he tells us, like, I even have him look like classic Bruce. He has the pointy nose still, like Joker would.
Yeah.
But he looks like Bruce, like kind of dapper when Bruce is out doing his thing. But I love that storytelling. And you were talking about, you think that Lex is going to be a problem. I agree, but I'm very excited to see Absolute Parasite, bro, because Parasite's always been a problem for Superman. So I can't imagine how gross he's going to be in this version.
I can't wait, bro. Like, Absolute Superman, personally, for me, has been my second favorite because I was never a big Superman guy, and the way they have been using this version of Superman, I think, has been very resonating with a lot of people, just who are just maybe not be a Superman fan or whatever, but this is Superman people that a lot of people can really connect to, you know?
I think this is the Superman Zack Snyder wishes that he wrote for those movies.
Yes,
so crazy.
He's
like
freedom fighter. You know what I'm saying? He has depression. You know what I'm saying? He not just depression. I don't want to say depression. Well, he was depressed.
He's got depression.
Parents did die, but it's just more like just finding out who he is, and you know what I'm saying? He's not just out here just being super strong and just, hey, I got these powers, I'm out here. No, like he's trying to figure out a lot of things, you know, like he's the screams, like it's not like, oh, I just hear people trying to help him. No, he's thinking it's just screams and such like that, you know? Like, so it's really dope ways they find to okay, got you, bam. But yeah, they find dope ways to make these characters very, you know, resonating with the society we have today, man.
Almost definitely.
Oh no, I got you. Okay. Yeah, but no, man, that's I think that was a good way to close out, man. Because like I said, these have been some really good stories. really, like, just to start the year off, man. They carrying off what 2025 was such a monumental year. Like, I don't know if y'all wrestling fans. Well, I mean, I know some people, yeah. But like 2016 was like a very big boom for wrestling, where a lot of like creators, whether you were like people were being, whether you were in the big two or in the indies, it was a lot of just creative shit going on. A lot of people were being influenced by the other to step their fucking game up. And 2025 was like that for me, for comics, just on the outside looking in, and it made me have to, you know what I'm saying, jump in. For a lot of people who wasn't even into wrestling or didn't watch wrestling in a while, got back into wrestling back in those days, you know?
Yeah.
And
I'm
I feel like
one of those
that's
people, bro.
right now.
I dropped wrestling for a while, and
Same.
then came back into it around that time because of that. I do. You couldn't tell me nothing when Shinsuke Nakamura showed up doing his whole thing. I was like, kick him in the face, Shinsuke.
Come on,
like, oh man, I was
jaw on the ground.
I would keep it up with here and there, especially when I saw Roman Reigns and he was the head of the table. I was like, oh,
come on, bro! Like,
catch my eye.
This was, bro. It's funny because Roman was just saying like, "Yo, man, we ain't been really cooking since then." You know what I'm saying? So, they haven't. You know, so it's just showing right now where it's like,
bro, Becky 2 belts.
Come on, it was too much. Kenny Omega is my guys. It's like that's my guy. The best bout machine, best man to put two boots in the ring right now. You know what I'm saying? But but neither here nor there.
I'm gonna have to watch wrestling, y'all.
Trust me, it's some stuff in there it's some stuff out there. Just like I said with comics right now, that for the stuff that we love from when we were watching or we're into comics, is people out there that hear you and understand that and are trying to bring those things back, you know, and they have spaces now where they can flourish and such. So like AEW to me is the Image Comics of wrestling right now. You know, they're coming through, like it's so many different people from different companies that were there before and bigger places coming here and bringing their creative juices to help, you know what I'm saying, independent companies like this come to bigger platforms, you know. So it's just, and look at Image now, you know. Come on, bro. Come on. I just read DC AEW last night, bro, and it was just fun to see the stuff in there that's like, this is fresh for me. I didn't get to read the WWE magazines back, comics back in the day. Yeah, but this was cool for me, man. You know, seeing the like Kenny Omega in the comic, like that's dope. You know, like so this is a really dope time we're in, man. In 2026, it's looking like, you know what I'm saying, they're keeping it going. And with Marvel, what they're doing, they're bringing over Chip Zdarsky, Michael Bendis. You know what I'm saying? You got Jonathan Hickman, like. They see what's going on and they're adjusting. They're trying to get right. They
have to, because DC killed them this last
Come on,
year.
Image is whooping that ass, bro. You got IDW out here giving you better stories. Like,
dude, Vault Comics is coming up. Ignition Press is coming up.
Ignition Press is coming up.
Yeah, bro. We had Speed Racer.
Distillery Comics fell apart. I'm disgusted in Distillery.
Come on, bro. Speed Racer been my shit.
Racer, bro. Speed Racer is peak, bro.
Racer X, like,
yo, oh my god, and they've been killing it on the story and the art. They've been putting a dick in there. I love it. It's been really good.
Bro. To the point,
especially
side stories, bro. The little
I'm about to say the side stories. The last one with Pop, and you learned about the dude that homegirl fired.
Yep.
You know he won his get back, bro.
Oh man,
we're just in a great space, man. Like it's just everybody's people are taking chances, you know. And you got great influencers out here that are, you know what I'm saying, too. Where it's just not like
Deluge. Have y'all been reading that?
I like the covers. I didn't read it yet though.
It's
I haven't heard about that.
It's like orange is the new black mixed with trimmers. If y'all have ever seen those.
Yep. When I was reading solicits, that's exactly what it gave me. Yeah, it's just so many dope things out here, man. I'm reading Warwolf. I thought that's a fun story, man.
Warwolf is hilarious.
Hilarious, bro. Like, I read this one joint that's coming out this week called The York. I would suggest y'all go get that. If y'all like, you know what I'm saying, fantasy stories like Lord of the Rings type of shit like that. Like,
hell yeah.
This is up your alley, bro. It's so funny, bro. It's so funny. But yeah, man, taking a chance, bro. Like that's what I'm doing this year too. For me, I feel like I bought a lot of Marvel shit last year, just because, like I said, that's what I knew. But this year, I'm gonna take a lot of chance on new titles.
I'm glad that you're saying that. There is a new book coming out. I'm a horror guy. I remember you said that you were a horror guy. There's a new book coming out from Vault called Nectar. Make sure that y'all try to pick Nectar up. It's got the butterfly on the cover.
I seen that last night. I just seen that. I was like, is this like the SpongeBob episode in just comic form? You know, like that shit made me scared as hell of butterflies, bro.
Yeah, this is what issue 1 looks like. That's cover A. I literally just ordered mine like 2 days ago from my LCS. But yeah, pick that shit up. It's one of the new ones. I'm gonna give it a shot, bro. I'm gonna go into it blind. One thing that I want to do this year on my channel for TikTok, I want to do more horror videos for sure, but I also want to start talking about books that people don't talk about. So my last couple of videos, I did a review on another comic called The Pale Knight. Nobody's talking about that book. It was fantastic. I want to start doing that. I also just picked these up. These are recommended to me by JP Philadelphia. I picked up the deluxe.
That's
edition.
on my list.
Oh, I got 1 and 2, bro. I got 1 and 2.
Oh my god!
So when I do my new comic book video, I'll just add these because I haven't even opened them yet. I'm just gonna wait until new comic book day this coming week. Real quick though, before we wrap, there are 2 people on TikTok that inspired me to actually start making videos. I was just one of those people who had a TikTok and I just watch videos and I would post art every now and then.
Yeah.
But one of those people was, y'all probably know him, Kenny Collects. He was one of the people that inspired me to do it. And the other person that inspired me to do it, I didn't know his name until literally 3 hours ago. But Kyle, you were the second person.
I appreciate it.
Shit, bro. I want to tell you, bro, what you're doing with your platform. Keep going, bro. Yeah, like real shit, bro. Like we need like Comics Explained and Dope Spill can't be the only brothers out here doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? We need more people out here telling these stories and such. And I just like seeing more of our faces in these platforms, you know? Yeah, man. Like, absolutely. I'll remember, Kyle, the video that you made that made me want to make a video. I think I commented on it. We had a little conversation in your comments for a second. I was like, I think I want to post a video, and I'll never forget it, bro. I still got it right here. So I was talking to you in your comment section, and I told you in your comment section that I think I wanted to make a video, and you were like, "Yo, bro, just do it. Make a video. I'll watch it." And that's what made me want to do it, because I was like, "Oh shit, if the Enlightened one's gonna watch it, then I'm gonna make the video." And the first video that I ever made, my face wasn't even in it, but I was talking about Dark Knights of Steel, and I'll never forget that shit, bro. Like, I put the video out, a couple of people watched it. And it took like a couple of days because I think we're in different time zones and our algorithm is different. But it was like 2 days later, you watched the video and you commented on it. You liked it. And I was like, yo, he actually watched the video. And ever since that day, I've been posting. So thank you, Kyle. Seriously, like because of you,
no problem,
I do this. So I appreciate you.
And like I said in the beginning, man, thank you all, bro. Like I said, I'm new into this shit, bro. I just got on this TikTok shit like in September, somewhere around there, bro. And just doing what I just post shit I like, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing a lot of, you know what I'm saying, people that look like me, and not even just that, just people who just are passionate about the shit and having fun with this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like it's in shout out to, you know what I'm saying, my guy, I wanted to bring him on the show, he couldn't make it, but little, you know what I'm saying, Lil Ounce, you know what I'm saying? I love what he does with his videos, you know what I'm saying? That makes me go harder with my videos and such, and just having more fun with this, you know, and then, you know, seeing guys like Christian and seeing guys like Kyle, seeing guys like Super who are passionate and have the energy when they're talking about these comics, it's not we're just trying to be entertained. We are having fun and really excited about the things we're talking about, you know? So now, this is exactly why I picked the people that I brought on here, because you guys, you know what I'm saying, you guys influenced me to, you know what I'm saying, not just make it feel like it's I'm just trying to do this just to make sure I get the views and swoop through. No, it's not that about that at all, bro. It's about the conversation you have with like-minded people at the end of the day about some cool stories that we read in, you know? Exactly. Today, man, I was happy we was able to do that. So next month we will be doing this again, you know what I'm saying, talking about our favorite comics in February, you know what I'm saying? So let the people know where they can find you on your social medias. Christian, start with you. We can go clockwise from there.
Absolutely. Christian Collects. You guys can find me on TikTok at Christian Collects. I do have an Instagram that I hardly use, and on there I am Vin and Ink. It's all one word. But yeah, TikTok is where I am primarily. I do a bunch of comic book content. I am dipping my toe into the horror content as well, and I show a little bit of artwork I do. Yeah, I like to do comic book artwork a lot, and I post that on there. So if y'all want to see that, come and do it. I don't like to do like a character when I make videos. I just talk like I'm talking right now. And it's fun. I like doing it, and you guys inspire me to keep making videos, to be consistent, to talk about things that not everybody's talking about, and to be nice to other people. That's the whole point of my channel, is to be kind to each other. So that's what we're
Come
doing.
on, man. It's community for a reason, you know. Super. Where can they find you at, bro?
Yo, man, my TikTok, my Twitch, my Instagram is all Super Nerd 730. Exactly how you see it here. I talk about comic books, I play video games, and I just try to spread positivity, man. That's it.
Real shit, man. That's what we need in this world, bro. For real, for real. Keep it going, son. Kyle, where can they find you, bro?
Primarily on TikTok, the Enlightened one. Really just anything comic book related. I'm finna hop up on my movie part on it as well.
Real
On
shit.
top of that, find me on the same one as far as Instagram, and I also have YouTube.
Oh, nice.
All right, man. Please go follow them, man. And you can follow me at Arri Starks on most social media. I'm trying to get my comic stuff up. So follow, if you see Arri, also follow Arri Starks Comics for Twitch and Arri Starks Comics for Instagram. I'm trying to get that moving and grooving too. But yeah, man, this was fun, bro. Like I said, we're going to be doing this more. Be on the lookout for this, man. And like I said, follow these guys on TikTok, build the community. And as we are, man, it's been really, as you can see, this is where it brings us, you know what I'm saying, to doing cool shit like this. So be on the lookout for that. We definitely gonna have more people on too, man. So be on the lookout. Once again, Arri Starks, comic pull up. We are out.
Hold it down.